Thorn backed that up as well after the first season of Blast, where Alexi B, again, stood out as an in-game leader. So Alexi B, he's got it figured out. It's just about whether or not OG can keep it together for the duration of a best-of-3.
Anytime you get praise from a former Liquid player, you know it's, good news.
The eternal meme.
They are setting up for the window smoke towards the... Oh, but the flash is coming in. It only catches a couple of them, and there are so many Glocks on the other side. Electronic is dead, and more flashbangs won't even make a difference here. Great shot from Perfecto. That's so important. Look at how many people are here already. NaVi, they've all shown up, and they're going to shut it down. They're just executing one at a time. I can't believe they had 4 people in the B-bomb side in like a split second. I wasn't even looking at the minimap, and they're just all here. I need to rewatch this round. I don't understand how they were here so quickly.
Simple. He's just like these guys, these suckers.
Yeah.
Walked right into it, not even a struggle. You see, the thing is with these replays that we don't have the mini-map, so we can't actually see what was the layout. But this is when the action happened. And the issue here is that I think it was just a hard rotate from NaVi and a little bit slow on OG's side. That flash really threw a wrench in things. It was perfectly timed. It just stopped OG in their tracks, and it allowed for NaVi those valuable seconds to just get those bodies in there, to rotate him over quick, no hesitation.
I guess that's probably like he saw so many people, Perfecto, that he called it in that second, right? That must have been something like that. 2 MP5s picked up, not really that common. C1 every once in a while on a random person, but they're pretty much a rarity most of the time.
Yeah, they like to go pew-pew and make money as well. Although right now it is just a little bit Flamey cleaning up with the FAMAS. Unfortunately, these MP5s are not finding kills. Instead, it's Electronic taking bullets to the face. Luckily for him, those are Glocks on the other side. This is a hard eco from OG. No bomb plant. Means that these guys are just trying to maximize their money for the next round.
Listen, as much as we all love to criticize Valve on occasion, ups and downs in the community, how angry people are on any given day.
Sure.
I sometimes lie awake at night just thinking about the fact that everyone was complaining for at least like half a decade about the MP5 not being in CSGO. Then they added it and no one used it.
And nobody used it. Yeah.
It must have been like some guy is just coding that all the way and it's like, oh, we got to get it all. And how do we do it in balance and blah blah. And it was like, not that interested. I was just, I thought it'd be cool, but now that I have it, I'm not interested.
You gotta wonder. You gotta. Actually, you don't really wonder. That's usually how the community works.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I was one of the. I think I was trying to be a spokesperson of that kind of cause, and I don't use it.
Yeah.
So.
Why not, Anders? Come on, man.
I don't know. Listen, it's nostalgia, isn't it? Like I was remembering the good old days, playing on like CS Assault or something, and with the MP5.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out, sometimes the good old days, you leave them alone, don't go revisit them.
The main thing, though, is that when you play CSGO and you go play other FPS, you just realize how good the sound design is in CSGO.
That is true, yeah.
And
they've done much work on that front, for sure.
Yeah. And you're just so incredibly spoiled. Oh, man, Flamey, even sticking around for more.
I was going to say, what absolute madness that even part of his brain wanted to do that. The rest of his brain won and he ran away, so that's great, but that part was wrong. Oh, but this... should have been a kill. MPK. That is a wild shot. He should have been dead a couple of times there. MP5 will get the 1 kill, but against an AK-47, almost did it, but not quite. So, not even sure if that was just the MP5 or just a nice little duck in behind cover from Isa. The bomb is going to go down anyway, and OG, couple of kills away from their first round here.
And now we have a smoke set up as well. Was able to recover that from the Perfecto. And so 3 players alive here for OG using that smoke. Electronic trying to decide where is it that he wants to put this Molotov. That gives it away, and BK in. Cool as ice, does not give away his positioning. Instead, it's Boomage moving in from apartments, going to find the one. NBK, he's playing that smoke perfectly. Takes down Electronic. It's all on Boomage now, and he's caught in a vice. Not going to find the kill on Montu. Instead, Montu there to save the day. OG on the board. T-side Mirage looking good.
A cool round out of NBK.
He stepped up on an individual level yesterday. That's another reason why. To me, it's like if NBK is hitting shots, if NBK is looking good, I've got a lot more confidence in OG because he's just so radically good he's been so good for so long.
Yeah, but it really feels like, it almost feels like some sort of heresy if you say this, but I was actually worried about NBK's career in general. I was just him individually. Ooh, a good shot from Simple at least, taking out Man 2. Gonna be annoying. Simple, they pick up the orb on the other side, but maybe they want to challenge him. But I don't know, back in the day when the original NIP lineup at the beginning of CSGO were
very games?
Yeah, when they were, the French were the only ones almost that could sort of try and fight them, and NBK was one of the people who was really, powerful at doing that. So he's obviously been playing forever and ever, going way back to Source and all the rest of it, but I really had a lot of doubts about him. It just felt like the motivation maybe wasn't quite there, where there was something else missing. But the last couple of games I've seen out of him have definitely not signaled anything like that. So I'm super happy about it because, yeah, I mean, it's great fun watching him in action.
Oh, he's a monster, dude. He is the natural-born killer. It's his name for a reason. He is a man to be feared. And, well, this is unfortunate. Flamey point blank with that deagle. Going to catch MBK in the back. Flamey with a follow-up as well. And this is looking fantastic. NaVi doing quite a bit of damage here. And Simple with the 2 kills. Kills at the wrong.
I mean, so much that comes from, like, there's a decision to be made, right? So someone has to check that close corner or Molotov it or do something. And there were about 3 people there that could have done it, and no one really did. So, I mean, they had the deep Molotov going down behind the truck, but it's very dangerous just to make that assumption and say, well, probably no one is there. And I think they had seen someone fall back, so maybe they just got sort of baited into the idea, but still. Really often people will throw that, just a Molotov to check, even if it's a waste of money if no one's there.
It's like Electronic had...
Just a prank.
Just, yeah, exactly. It's like when you light a firecracker and throw it at a friend, right? Same thing. Just a little bit more dangerous than HE, but...
Just a light bit. But I get the, you know, I understand the idea. If you light
you ever do that, get in a bottle rocket fight? You just start launching bottle rockets at each other. It's the dumbest thing you can do, but it's just stupid fun as well.
You know, no one should be doing this. I've done very many fireworks in the past. It's a miracle that I'm alive. I will not reveal any details on broadcast because, you know, if people get inspired, it's bad news. So, you know, but just to say, strange things have certainly happened. A couple of deagles, and not really that much else. I still think you should definitely remember even a couple of kills in a round like this for OG, and most certainly a bomb plant would be, you know, terrific news. We've already seen a couple of times yesterday what happens if you lose these rounds and you do no damage and you get no money for it. It absolutely makes a difference. Boomich had no head armor, so that's why he went down to the Glock that quickly. Big mistake. But if that's the only thing they lose, I think it's fine. Ooh, nice shot. That's actually really well set up. 2 is great. 3 would absolutely make this round for OG. They'd be so happy if they get a 3rd kill in here. But 2 is still definitely, yeah, gonna be a little bit annoying to NaVi. Won't make that 3rd kill. So 4-1 in favor of NaVi, with Simple off to a pretty decent start.
Yeah, 7 kills, 2 deaths for Simple, which is essentially the last thing you want to see if you're OG. That being said, I mean, it is Simple. He is insanely consistent. He's just always showing up, always getting kills, almost always top fragging. And when he isn't, that's when NaVi falls off a cliff. But you can count on him. He is Mr. Reliable for NaVi. And so OG shouldn't be too shocked. They just have to find a solution here. How do you deal with Simple? Instead of setting up the smoke, over it through connector, and now Alexi B. What is this? The flash, Electronic caught, going to re-peek, and he wins that fight. Unreal. Alexi B is going to be kicking himself. How do you lose that one?
Yeah, it really looked like he had just all of the right idea, the timing on the flashbang as well to go in and get that fight. It was shaping up pretty decently. But, yeah, a man down, a lot of time. I mean, you can spend some of that time if you want, just hoping for NaVi to make a mistake. It seems like that's not what they're going to do. There's going to be a flashbang set up from Mantu, who's got the bomb behind the 3 of them, and then they're just going to go for it. There's only a UMP, although Flamey is here, that plastic boost to look over the box, and grenades are coming out. That's going to slow them down. The Molotov means they can't really go over that side, and they're in a lot of trouble here. This round is really well controlled by NaVi. So, I don't know. That flashbang really didn't do anything, and they had a lot riding on that 1 grenade. Maybe too much.
What is going on with OG? Maybe, I was about to say, time out this round or the next, and I think you need a breather here for OG, because you're just building confidence for NaVi at this point. Their defense is looking fantastic. Their players are hitting shots. They're just shutting down OG's offense hard. OG are just stuck in place. Never really feels like they're getting onto a bomb site. So right now for OG, saw Alexi B doing a little bit of talking there. Mantu dialed in as always.
Yeah, it's been a bit rough.
Issa just making sure the air conditioning isn't too cold.
You know, I'm sure players get superstitious about that. You know, just gotta have the right temperature, right humidity. If people check that, do people care about humidity these days?
Yeah, dude. I mean, actually, that's what it's all about. When you're down in a dungeon.
Listen, I checked at home, and the humidity in my house was like 85%, and it was. I just realized.
What?
Oh dear, we're living in a jungle. Let's do something about this.
How is that even possible?
I have no idea.
You're in Denmark.
Yeah, I know, but listen, we fixed it. It's fine. It's back down to normal. We're not all gonna. I don't know.
Oh, I mean,
house isn't gonna rot.
Must have been very moist.
At least not yet. So yeah. Isa going down, Boomich with a nice kill, though the Tech 9 from NBK to drop him next. That's a pretty good spray control. Just Electronic lining them up. It was Flamey getting the last one, but see the control on Electronic, and he was being mentioned on the desk, and I think rightly so, as the guy that's meant to be sort of, Simple's right hand. Maybe that's the wrong way to put it, but something like that. The second in place to take over in case Simple's having, like if it's one of those rare games where Simple isn't doing so well. Electronic should be there to make up for it, and even sometimes then some. He can sometimes be the one to take over the whole game, so good to see him be confident in his aim there. Got AKs, we've got the AWP back on the OG side. So now, you want LXCV to come up with something. They've had 7 rounds to try and see if there's any weakness, any, pattern that they can sense in NaVi's defense, anything they want to, try and take advantage of. So now's the time.
Playing
oh, God.
with fire.
Yeah.
That off would have hurt. But it is not going to connect, and Montu is still alive with his op. Last time he had an op, he got shut down immediately by Simple. This time around, he survives longer than 10 seconds. Fantastic. OG need that kind of performance to have a shot in this key round in the first half. 6-1 for NaVi in the lead on that CT side. And now we're going to get a little bit of a trick play coming in here. The run boost. Yeah.
I like it. I appreciate it. I don't even care if there's no one there to challenge them. By the way, this is a feature of the NaVi defense so far. There hasn't really been that much aggressive defense in middle. So OG, that's maybe why they're here right now. They're sort of thinking, ooh, nice shot. Perfect timing is throwing that grenade. But if you feel like we could probably take middle, you could do so many things with it. So why not? I mean, I think OG will have realized that too.
Well, I'm glad that they're drifting around because we've seen them on the extremities. They're just getting shut down.
Yeah.
Pushing through A, dead. They can't even get out of B apartments. So I guess that does leave mid. And here we go. Flash through. Oh, no way.
They don't know he's here. Oh, dear. He's missing the spray as well.
What?
That could have cost OG everything. I can't believe they ran in pre-firing, but not really hitting him, and then they just ran out again. And they must have been blind while they were doing it, just thinking, well, whatever. Like, we certainly, gave it our best.
But then for Boomich to trace an outline of him?
Yeah.
Is this a comic?
Yeah, that was hilarious. All right, fair play. Didn't work out. Nicely done on OG. I think that's what you want. Again, once you're in connector, the sort of the input delay from being in connector to essentially wrecking the entire bomb site is just less than 3 seconds, and it's done. So I think CTs give up this part of the map, at their own peril. It's so dangerous to not at least know what's happening.
Well, that's really nice because this prompts us for the next step, which is how do NaVi go about taking over mid control now? It's going to be that tip for tat. Last time, it was Simple getting that pick off Montu at the beginning of the round, just sitting there in window, managing to find that opening frag.
Yeah.
This time around, let's see how NaVi elect to go for it. So we're getting that replay here, shooting right over Boobich's head.
That is great. I mean, you could have Simple, let's say, at the ticket booth with the AWPing down the middle. That would be cool. But then you need someone to cover, the ramp at the apartments. So, what you really end up doing a lot of the time is you end up allocating resources to the A-bomb site. And that is not always that good either. So, we'll see. Simple in middle. Presumably is eventually going to get smoked off if someone shows up. Looking dangerous. A Mantu on a mission on the other side. Patience. Absolutely key for both Mantu and Perfecto at this point in time.
Did that HE hit him? I think that HE hit his body, didn't it?
Yeah, sounded like it, didn't it?
In which case, Perfecto would have a reason not to peek there.
That's a good point, yeah. You can sometimes get a...
You can hear it. If you get that audio cue, you know that somebody's up there. And because it looked like Perfecto was getting ready to jump up, and then he doesn't. Unfortunate how that panned out for Montu. Would have been a brilliant first shot to open things up. Now we've had Flamey rotate over towards the B site, and so NaVi's defense has been shored up over there on that side of the map. But it's looking like OG, after showing a little bit of a presence over towards B, it is going to be an A execute. And so far, these A executes haven't been pretty when they've been going up ramp. So now we got to see. Are they going to find more success now?
It'd be great if they did. I mean, the NaVi economy is pretty good, but winning this round for OG would really put a huge dent into it. So Right now, doing a fine job of getting towards the bomb site. There's no one really rotating for NaVi. They're not coming in from the B bomb site, so if they win the initial fight here, it's going to be a while before there's any kind of a backup. Electronic going back. Actually, NaVi sort of signaling that they are fine with just trying to retake it. Boomich getting a kill. Simple in the meantime, and now they definitely should go for the retake. Just let him plant. It's not worth it. Wait for everyone to show up, and you'll have a good time. He actually catches Mantu dropping off the box. It's still a 2-on-3, and they have a lot of kits, and even one smoke there on Flamey, so I think NaVi have a good shot at retaking this one, and they're going to be doubling back against the LexiB, and that AWP misses the chance, but he might know where they're coming from. He at least spotted the one there.
All of them, though. Oh, does he get a piece? No, but it is still Valda alive. Bomb planted for him. Needs to know that if he can just go for that tap. As the smoke goes down, Flamey, it's not a perfect smoke, though. He's going to be exposed, and so this is it. That's the shot that could win it! Is there enough time for it? It's going to be, yeah, in the nick.
Oh, I think he just underhanded that smoke and didn't even realize where the bomb was.
Yeah, agreed.
That was a 5-on-3 into a 1-on-1, I think. Really, really scary. And that's actually not that bad for OG. There's still time for them to recover this first half. And that round, taking away 4 rifles and getting the bomb plant. Look at the NaVi economy just based on it. That's not bad at all.
Quite a bit of frustration getting shown there. Belda's showing some emotion. This is just brutal, though, because now, I mean, that's an opportunity to start chaining rounds together, and it just doesn't happen for OG. So we are going to get NaVi 7 rounds on the board. LexiB getting legged at the beginning. Simple just toying with his food, as he always does.
There's no one at the bomb site. They just took down Boomich, and Electronic is the only other person here. So even if LexiB is low on health, NaVi have to respect the fact that he's hanging around in there, even as they're going to be trying to sort of relocate into the A-bomb site. That could be really annoying. You can see Simple is still in this weird standoff against LexiB, just waiting for him to do something. He knows he has to show up eventually, but in the meantime, he can't do anything to help out A. So, yeah, I mean, 16 health, and he's keeping, one of the most dangerous players in NaVi completely occupied in the middle. So that's probably worth it at this point in time. 4 versus 3, still a minute left. They can take their time and wait for NaVi to make a mistake here. OG, I don't mind this break in their game. Wait for something to happen, and maybe they could take advantage. Yeah, smoke, and that's some confirmation to Simple suggesting that they're still out there waiting for it.
Unreal, though. The patience here from Simple. They are absolutely in position now to ruin OG NaVi. If the 3 players just sit and wait, Simple, oh, the timing. He turns away, and he hits the point blank no scope. That's what had to happen. Drops Valda, but Mantu's there to trade it. Flamey goes down. Simple needs to hit this shot, but Issa with the peek takes him out. Now it's Perfecto, finds his opportunity, takes him, and it's a 2-on-1. Perfecto solo. Has that molly dropped at his feet. He's trying to find a shot to take down Mantu. Mantu is going to be right here. Firebox on the left side, and Perfecto has no way to know it.
He's shocked that no one's peeking him. Finally, it happens, and Mantu will connect with a shot. That's, I mean, great round out of OG. I love the restraint. Like, that's where you get a sense that there's some leadership happening on this OG side, because normally people get very anxious once they pushed into a bomb site and they're being told to wait. Like, people want to keep fighting.
Yeah.
So I really respect the call they made to slow this one down and make sure that they could, find another couple of kills, get that bomb planted safely. I think that was a smart idea. And look, the fact that they lost that other round where it was, a 1-on-1 against Flamey at the end means NaVi don't really have any kind of an economy. So they have a lot of money on Simple, and maybe they could push this into a force buy, but it's gonna be very tricky.
Simple going ahead and asking Alexi where he was hiding, yeah. Or Simple asks if he had backed off, and Alexi tells him he was hiding. And Simple then says Delpan. Alexi says yes.
Second Delpan.
Second Delpan.
Further back. Fair play.
There it is. So we're getting a little bit of the mind games going on here. The way that worked out for Alexi and Simple as well in that round was really all down to timing. But let's see, can Simple just annihilate OG single-handedly here? He's got the AWP. It's a hero 1.
Yeah. It's probably worth it.
I mean, so long as he saves it, put him in a position where he will be able to back out if he needs to. If he wins the round, he wins the round. If not, he holds on to it for the next round, and you get a bye.
Yeah, that's maybe preferable. They could go for a boost on top of Perfecto. You can boost on that bench wall and look all the way into the hallways over at B. That's really cool, but looks like it won't even be required because they're going down the underpass. Checking it out. Slow mid control. I really started to feel like a lot of this for OG is starting to revolve around this mid control, which is not really a big surprise, I guess, but took them a while to really figure out that's where at least some of the opportunity lies. Far forward position for Boomage, so it's also helpful, at least knowing that no one is immediately up in the apps, up in the palace, I guess.
Backs off to sight, though. That's unfortunate. If he'd stayed in Palace, maybe he can get the drop on him. Instead, now he's going to be holding from CT. The rest of his teammates have gathered up, and this is a gamble that still plays into that. Boost for Simple doesn't see anything. But again, Boomich is going to spot them pushing up onto A, and this is still a situation where Simple, he'll be all right with it, because he can hold on to the AWP.
Yeah, completely agree. It's not even worth really trying to run for this.
Yeah.
Boomich overwhelmed. They are moving a bit closer, and I mean, again, probably not worth it. Only 7 seconds left when the bomb went down, by the way. So I respect the fact that you want to, draw it out, but not that much. Imagine for a second if Boomich got one of those headshots and they had to scramble for it, or Simple can actually find the lineup, down all the way from Catwalk.
Mm-hmm.
Just 7 seconds is a bit too tight for me.
This is best case scenario now for NaVi.
It's great.
Even though I wonder what Alexi B's face looked like when he gets taken out by an op there. They're thinking, okay, cool, this is a Nico round, fine, just fight, and then all of a sudden one op just killing 2 of his teammates, or 2, himself and a teammate. Not the best situation there for OG. That got a bit more expensive than they would have liked, but they are now getting a little bit of momentum going their way here. 4 rounds on the board for OG on this T side of Mirage. Navi still sitting pretty at 7.
I mean, if you're OG, it must just feel good at the moment to have a foundation, right? Like you're not just getting swept off of this map now. At least you could do something. So, yeah, I think this is a fine enough start. And again, sometimes it does just take, it could take like the first third, maybe even like half of the first half or something to just establish like where can we actually attack? Like, what are they doing? Are they being aggressive? Like, what's in the cards for us? And I think that's fine. It's fine sacrificing a half in some sense, getting the information, if you then know how to call the rest of the half behind it. If you get all the information you need, and then now you can make a lot of good decisions. And so far, I really think that's what's happening with LXCB, especially here. Like, they seem to have figured out this mid portion out. Now they're walking into a huge setup, though, at the A-bomb side. They're able to get the first kill, though. That is massive, because there's 3 people defending it here, and they're trying to come up this narrow chokehold. Need to fall back. That could have... I mean, if they don't get that kill on Boomich, if they just kept going there, they would have all been slaughtered. That is a little bit of a miracle that OG make it back, even with a kill here.
It's a meme of a round, though. Electronic dodges all of that with... I mean, he takes no damage.
Yeah.
How? He's facing 4 players and he takes no damage. That's unreal. NBK barely squeaks out. And so it is going to be that split onto A now. Still have Alexi B lurking in mid, waiting, hoping to catch somebody looking the wrong way. It's not going to be the case for now, at least. But this is eventually just going to be the slow lurk out onto the A site. No utility there to alert their presence. Velda's going to take a bullet to the side of the face. Unfortunate for him. Electronic is going to be in position to punish. And that brings it back to a 4-on-4 going into this retake. Crucial.
They had Molotovs that they could have used for this position, which is, the most common position to defend from in the A-bomb site. So I don't know why they weren't using them. They still have 1 left, so maybe they're saving that 1 Molotov for the afterplant. Maybe they're thinking NaVi won't have enough money for a smoke, and they're right. So that 1 Molotov in a defuse scenario could be massive. Alexi B is the one holding it, and he is down the connector. He's perfectly set up to try and throw that onto the bomb. This is all working out very well. He has to stay alive, obviously, though. Yeah, he's thinking about it. This is the whole plan. He's going to go a little bit early, perhaps. I think maybe if they had a kit, there would still be time. They're going to find the kills. Electronic with another one. Flames are up, though. Oh, yeah, they're going to have it. He was forced into throwing it so early that... I mean, the idea is still beautiful. I actually think this is still such a cool idea for OG, but yeah, just the fact that he was pressured to throw it, that's the only thing probably that cost him this round.
It's such an... Oh, man, you're holding your breath the entire time, aren't you?
Yeah.
And let's see what I wanted to see here.
Definitely... Definitely a close round, closer than maybe it seemed, but NaVi back with an 8th round, so 8-4, and I don't know, there's still time. I mean, if they get even 2 more rounds, I think they get to 6 here, I think OG are going to be alright, and that is definitely possible. Neither team has that much money. Actually, if NaVi loses next round, that would be really awkward for them, so This might be one of the more important rounds for NaVi in the first half at the moment.
Indeed. It could be the difference between a stomp and a very close half, you're right. So we're about to find out if they can hold off this push, because once again, OG are just going to stomp their way out onto this A site. They've had a little bit more luck recently, but Boomich is going to take down Vela to start. Issa there to trade. Electronic peeks around the smoke and takes down NBK. Man advantage maintained for NaVi, and the bomb backs off. And it looks like this is based off of Alexi B lurking through B apartments.
This is so cool to watch. I mean, this, again, there's definitely something about the skill of Alexi B as an in-game leader and just a tactician in the game. You're seeing it right here now. He's on the bomb site, and he probably has a pretty good idea that no one is sort of immediately there, but he still needs the space for his team to show up. They don't have any smokes. They can't block off Simple, and that is in itself quite dangerous. Simple letting one sneak by and waiting for another chance. Might have thought there was a third guy coming in, but he's looking really far behind, and that's Issa with a couple of flashbangs, so he could throw them onto the wall. If they time that well, it would be very, very cool. Looks like there's going to be a boost in for NaVi, trying to set up this retake, and they're not seeing anyone. They've got to be frustrated themselves. Watching for the flank up there is Issa, and now it's a go. Manta going down, and Issa getting the one kill. There's a nice headshot. Bomb is only just planted. There's plenty of time left here for the defuse still. And now everyone is confused inside of the smoke. No one has any idea actually what's coming next. Issa goes down. That's a brilliant headshot. And Alexi, he's hiding right here behind them, shooting. They're trying to get back. He has to win against Simple, and he will. Continues against Boomich. And what a round. Alexi B, 3 kills, including taking the entire bomb site on his own. Absolutely amazing.
Terrific play from Alexi B, keeping his cool the entire time, and you know that's off at NaVi trying to find him. Simple, he spots the bomb carrier jump out of Palace, or out of B apartments. He knows that nobody's jumping out of there just like that, willy-nilly. So there has to be another guy on the bomb site. So you're playing off that info, like, where's the other guy? We killed one. There's got to be another one around here somewhere. And Alexi using NaVi's own smoke against them. That was flawless.
And look at what it's done to the economy. That really is the critical round. I think OG are right back in this game with that one round. All the difference in the world.
1v3 clutch, gotta get it done. Alexi B, of all the time. That's how you lead, man. Show them how it's done. You're just like, yo, watch, hold my beer. Or I guess it'd be like a Fisk shop or something like that over in Finland. But
oh, don't remind me.
You remember those? Yeah. Asus ROG.
Yeah, that was happening, and I don't know. I remember something, club at 4 AM, dancing with Fiflaren. It was a special time.
Those were good times.
Well, enough about that.
Enough about that.
My mind was wandering.
What little we can remember.
Simple. 30 health and a deagle. Yeah. Nice restraint again. OG probably knew in the beginning when they ran into the USPs in the middle, this round is pretty much won, and they don't get panic, or not panic, but they don't, you know, get over eager. They don't just say, let's go get the frags or anything. Really nice and measured.
Don't rush it.
Don't rush it. Oh, this is another thing we should maybe think about. I know there was that one round where they were down to 7 seconds, but apart from that, they've actually been doing a lot of their attacks on either side really early enough that they can change their minds, or they can slow it down and wait. So, I mean, there are lots of different ways of using the clock, and I don't think one is proven to be better than another or anything, but it's a cool feature of their game on the T side right now that because they do it so early, they can make a lot of decisions that if you did the same thing later, you just wouldn't have time to really do it. Like, you can't call a break in the middle of an attack if you only have 30 seconds left, or, you know, or decide, like CB did that one round, to go check out the B bomb side on his own while his team are over at A. Like, that's not possible with, you know, 25 seconds, so.
Well, that's the critical point, isn't it? It's that you've got your in-game leader who's off lurking.
Yeah.
And so Alexi B is going to be in that perfect spot to just be calling out the rotations. If it works out that way, if he's got the time to maneuver, he can rotate them back based off of what he sees. So it's an interesting style coming in from OG, and so far it's served them well. 6 rounds on the board for OG going into the 15th round of this first half.
Really impressive.
Really good stuff. And so does this end 9-6 for NaVi, or are we going to get it 8-7 as it usually winds up these days, it feels like?
We do have a fair few of those. Electronic won this fight last time, and it will again, you know, versus Alexi B. Talk about leadership again, setting himself in first, not just picking the weakling. You know, sending cannon fodder in, set the troops. No. Send the general. Electronic is going to be going down to Isa. Simple there with the AWP, but he's also feeling a little bit lonesome. That FAMAS is going to go down on Perfecto on a missed shot. Valda with 2 big kills, and now it's a 2-on-2. Will be a bomb plant here for sure. Question is, can NaVi retake it? They don't have any kits or any grenades or anything, so this could be really tough on them.
Well, Mantu's going to be able to sneak it by, and this is it. Now that you have that crossfire established, Mantu is going to be keeping an eye on the apartments. Oh, no, he's watching short. But instead, Valda's going to find the one. There it is. The timing comes in for Boomich. Catches Valda before he can react.
And I think he saw him, didn't he, like right before? So he actually knew exactly where he was. He probably would have had it called out by a team anyway. That's pretty important for NaVi right there. 9-6 in their favor in the first half. We're going to go to a break, and then we will be right back with the second half. Stay tuned.
Stuff as well, just kind of walking out onto A side, not using nades to alert their presence. Simple, I like that how you and I are just, we're talking in the halftime, like, oh man, you know, Simple showing up today or not. Just casually dropping 15 frags still. It's not like he's not, it's not like he's not hitting shots. He is. Just OG found a way back into this. You know, there you go, man. Dude, he is so disgusting.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, it's just one of his, you know, little, you know, probably an off day for him. You asked him, he's like, I didn't really. Oh, well, there we go. This is absolutely grotesque. I can't.
What even is this?
Just forget about it.
Here I was getting a little bit of hope for OG, and then Simple just decides to annihilate all of them. He's going to get another one here.
He's certainly trying his very best, and there it is. Not as clean, but we'll take it anyway. 3 headshots so far with the P250 from Simple to, well, destroy whatever dreams OG had for this round. They're not there anymore. We were talking about fireworks earlier, Sumner.
Yeah.
I had this plan once, because I don't know if you know this, but if you shoot a rocket into a thunderstorm,
yeah,
the lightning will strike down the smoke path. So I wanted to get like.
Is that a theory or is it a?
No. That's
legit.
That is legit. Yeah.
Okay.
So I wanted to do that, but I wanted to have like a box of like scrap metal and have like the lightning strike to see what would happen. But my wife told me I can't. I am not allowed. She said you're gonna like light the fuse and then just run and try and get far. Yeah, that is in fact the plan. that was veto, unfortunately.
There we go. Issa avenges his teammates in the end. Saves his Kevlar. I mean, you could maybe win her over by saying that you're going to create some kind of remote control system that lights the fuse, so that you can be in a bunker or in the house, right? Yeah. Not necessarily running away. I mean, you run pretty fast, Anders, but
that is maybe there is a way. Maybe there's a way. Maybe I could bring it up.
I think you could win her over.
All right.
I think it's worth a shot.
Give it a second shot at some point.
And then you need to turn the metal when it's fused into some piece of furniture or something, right? So you can have that coffee table story. You make a coffee table out of it.
Yeah, modern.
You want to know how I made how did I get this coffee table?
Forged by lightning. I like it.
Forged by Thor himself.
Exactly. Got a lot of Mac 10s. I guess that's okay, but it's not uncommon for people to buy in this round. So I mean, right now, OG haven't, so they've made the right call, NaVi. But there was some inherent risk in doing this that maybe could have backfired in some other universe. Electronic, though, cleaning it up nicely here. A lot of bullets to use, and just switching straight out for the Mac 10 instead of reloading. A little bit of jumping action. Does he want to go for it again? He's kind of low on health. I would advise against it. Instead, Flamey will be there to help out. And he did get the jumping shot there on Mantu. So they lose a couple of things, but they keep the AK. And I think they're fine with that around NaVi. I don't think they care. OG, though, are going to be buying straight into this round. So that was the trade-up for not buying in the last one.
Indeed they are. So, but they're going to be so light on. Look at this. Nobody even goes for a FAMAS. They're just saying, we're going to win all the duels.
Yeah.
We're going to take fights and win them. Flat out. Nades? Who needs those? Kits?
Not even. Yeah. Kits are a form of plan B, aren't they? Just don't even plan for it.
You messed up.
Yeah.
You let that bomb get planted.
Oh, this is good, though. Yeah, there was 2 people waiting, and for sure one of them would have been turned around playing anti-flash, while the other one is essentially looking, so they'd seen that coming very well. And that's something NaVi never did. We talked about the mid-control. That was really aggressive. Now, they are scrambling to get back, but the bomb is miles away from this bomb site. It's now been picked up in T-spawn by Flamey, so see how long NaVi can hold this until he shows up. And, I mean, it's not like NaVi have that many grenades left either. It's a good shot at NBK. LXCP snuck in, but how did he get there? He must have come up with the underpass. I'm so confused. walking in between them, and now everyone's confused. It's a 2-on-2. Still no bomb plant. The bomb is, in fact, up in the hallways, so this is a real nightmare for NaVi all of a sudden.
You're just hoping that the timing works out here for Velda. That he gets in and finds a target. Oh, he's been spotted. They know he's at bench now. Shot goes through, does not find him, and then on the site, Perfecto dancing. Simple, getting caught between a rock and a hard place, still going to find that kill. It's Perfecto taking down Velda, and now it's all on Alexi B to hold the line, finds the first kill on Perfecto. Simple is low, and Simple will go down. Alexi B, triple kill, and once again, when his team needed the goods, he showed up.
I really completely lost track of that round. After I felt the mid fight was amazing. I'm not 100% sure how LXCP got here. If he hid in a corner the whole time, or if he went off the underpass and intercepted between Flamey and the rest of the team. I just lost track. But
hey, let's go!
But it worked out somehow.
Hey! Let's go!
Woo!
Woo! Did she have She had an animated green screen background. That's great.
High class fan.
Yeah, amazing.
Knows what's up.
19th round, 11-7 the scoreline. It's such an open game still. Force up into the round as well from NaVi. Even without the bomb plant, they felt like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Simple can get an AWP, we're buying.
Yeah.
That is the prevailing logic. Oh, that's rough.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, if you're Flamey right there, you were even kind of ready for it, pre-aiming that angle, but 2 players there just ruins your day. And so the smoke goes down to block off window. Electronic hoping somebody was going to hang around on short. Not going to be the case. Mantu's already backed off into ladder room. Do we call that whorehouse anymore, or is it just ladder room?
I think ladder room still. I don't know. There's a ladder in it. It's ladder room.
I guess.
I just prefer things that, you know, explain themselves with the name.
Fair.
Well, everything should just be named like that, you know.
Once upon a time, have they removed the dildo from Inferno? They have, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
Few other choice spots, names for spots that we can't repeat on stream.
Well, I mean, listen.
Once upon a time, Counter-Strike.
I'm sure the players all have much worse names. So we can always rely on that for any kind of backup plan for us. Valda is in the corner with the FAMAS and very low health. Really only 1 HE grenade. It could find him. It's not the worst place to grenade. Oh, he's going to go to the Molotov instead. Great follow-up. Isa. That's just a FAMAS, and it works beautifully. So, Perfecto in a 1 versus 3 would be really good if they could not lose anyone else, and also if they could maybe... Oh, they're going to lose at least 1 there, but I was going to say, maybe swap out that MP9. It's not going to give any more chances for Perfecto, so slightly expensive round for OG. NaVi not getting the bomb plant, though, so they cannot buy in. Even if they had, they wouldn't have been able to buy in this next round. So 11-8 now. This is, again, a continuously good comeback here for OG so far.
Yeah, for a second there, it was really getting a little worrisome that NaVi were starting to pick up steam. But so far, I mean, look at the kill differential as well. I mean, NBK and Velda right now are struggling.
Yeah.
NBK, we're kind of singing his praises. I mean, he showed up yesterday. He was doing some work. But today, definitely a cold start here for the Frenchman.
And he's playing that B bomb side, so he's not even going to have much of a chance for redemption on the CT side.
If they don't go B, what do you do?
Yeah, if they don't go B, you're retaking A on your own. So good luck.
Best of luck with that. It's not fun. Nobody really enjoys that.
It's even worse, isn't it? Because all the time when you are defending B, you get so bored of waiting that when they finally show up, your brain is kind of like halfway off, like, you know, it's in sleep mode, and you're trying to get it like oh, they're actually coming this time.
Yeah, you've been waiting that entire time and then miss the shot when the chance is there. We've all had that happen.
It is a well-known or well-documented phenomenon. Simple and Electronic left, taking some damage, not really getting any kills. They're Simple with the 1, and he was at least predicting Mantu would show up. Not that it really mattered in the end. Nice triple kill for Mantu, and not losing any rifles in the, I mean, apart from the 1 there, OG. Again, that is really going to matter. When you got a game that's this close, every time they successfully, only lose a couple of rifles or none at all, that is all going to count towards the end of the game. When we get down to round number 28, 29, and 30 and all the rest of it, that's where you can suddenly really feel it. So keep that in mind. 21st round. And it's all AKs on the NaVi side. No AWP on Simple, which I'm sure OG are slightly thankful for. Great grenade, though. Lands smack on top of Boomich and Electronic. NaVi trying for some of that mid-control. There's that one orb on Mantu, but I like the forward position on Valor, though. That is pretty much where they have the most map control at the moment. Otherwise, it's a pretty common setup for OG. Now we've had the middle of the map for a long time.
Yeah, they have options right now. They can go for that split, and it's looking like that's what's going to be the play here. Smoke gets cleared. We're getting a little bit of information. Boomich just hoping that he's going to catch somebody off guard. Not going to be the case. Instead, it's Mantu holding up close with his AWP. About to get real hairy for him. Does he see the gun barrel? No, misses. Barely makes it through the window. Way too close for comfort.
Yeah, and the comfort's going to be really short because they're running in from the catwalk at the same time. He sees one and will pick up a kill on Electronic, but now he's alone. What a beautiful follow-up. Oh, he no-scopes Flamey! What a disgusting kill. That is amazing. Perfecto and Boomich now, 2 versus 3. And NaVi, I mean, man, they need to get more kills, and they also need a bomb plant here, but bomb is stuck out there. That is such a beastly kill, that last one from Mantu. I'm so impressed.
I love that Flamey acknowledges it immediately in the chat as well. Just NS. And then you get the TY back.
Oh, look at this. He's actually going to get the bomb plant. He has time for it. They're all on the other side. Just don't slow down now.
Oh, that jump!
Oh, that is really, really, really close,
that
but
jump.
He did get it. What a madman. Well, 1 versus 3. A surprise bomb plant. Waiting. He's going to have the shadow advantage. Whoever turns the corner. Oh, but he goes straight for it and takes down Isa. Now he's real low on health. I mean, that does very much decrease the chance that he can win this. Hoping they walk into it and NBK will take him down. And that'll be the round for OG regardless. But it was way more expensive than it needed to be. And NaVi also got the $800 bonus on top of the round loss bonus. So it's all helpful. But still, 11-10.
Monster, and can Velda actually pick up?
Yep.
There it is. Nicely done.
Laid that defuse.
Very well played. Picks up that AWP. Lots of money. Very important. Anders, I was thinking, I mean, for a second there at the beginning of this half, it was looking like NaVi were just going to hit the ground running and never stop on this T side. I was thinking, oh man, this is shaping up to be a pretty quick second half. With those 2 rounds, they look decisive.
Nice one.
And then now it's just been nothing but OG.
Let's go.
4 rounds in a row for OG.
Fist bumps. We got a fist
They are
bump.
1 round away from establishing a streak, from going on fire. And, I mean, they can do it. This is only a half by Tech9's Kevlar. Some nades picked up for NaVi. But now OG in a position to tie it up here on the first map of this best of 3.
Yeah, they are. I mean, and I actually thought maybe they would buy. I thought they had the round loss bonus, but I guess not. So, Tech9s. If you buy Tech9s, you're surely going B. How could you resist doing that? It's just
Just jump through the window.
yeah, it's a classic.
Death from above.
It's one of those things where if the first guy jumping out dies, I think the whole rush is dead. But if he can make it down and just, you know, even if he doesn't get any kills immediately, just make it down and keep running, it's pretty much good news. And there we go. They are down on the low ground already. Boomich does drop Mantu, trying to hunt him down, but he's got back up in MBK. Brilliant double kill to save his teammate, at least for a second. And they're going to win the round. That was hugely important what MBK just did.
Man, they are still so scary, though. Simple, still in here with 23 frags. And there it is. Timeout called by NaVi. Was wondering if they were going to go for it on this key round now that it's been tied up, now that they've gone for that save so they can get Simple the off, they can get everybody the nades, everything that they need. Now's the question, what do NaVi elect to do? They have been getting mid fairly easily on these buy rounds.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
Build off of that.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine similar to what we talked about with OG, right? That is, there's so much you can do. Well, we haven't seen so much. Maybe it's gone out of fashion, but we didn't see it yesterday either, Mirage. The window boosts. Normally when you can get middle,
Yeah.
you know, it's tempting to boost someone into the window, and because once you have someone in the window, you can do just any number of things, right? Any A attack will be 10 times as effective, and you can be, you know, you can listen for rotates towards the B bomb side if you start to make some noise there. There's just a lot of things that could be done, so haven't seen it too much today or yesterday either.
Not quite.
Maybe just send Simple on a mission to kill someone.
Or, yeah, it can't just be Simple trying to get aggressive and find an opening kill. For now, at least, they are going to be setting it up. There is going to be Simple holding in case that push comes through. Timing could be perfect, though. Alexi B, he's going to trade it 1 for 1. Spots out Simple, but Perfecto's there. And Invalda and Isa chiming in, finding kills of their own. NaVi tried to pinch Tried to bring it back from underpass, but it just was not meant to be this round. OG were ready.
Yeah, that comes off of the conversation we were just having about NaVi being allowed that mid control. So that is just having a variable defense for OG that's keeping NaVi guessing. They did this attack to top mid earlier, but they were way quicker about it. This time they actually delayed it a lot, and then they flashed their way around the corner. I really am impressed by this. I think OG are showing a deep level, and a lot of different sort of ideas going into this. Not just repeating the same things over and over again. By the way, Mirage is one of these maps that gets criticized from time to time. People say, well, it's all been played out. People have done all the same things. But surprisingly, I still see a bunch of top-level teams that don't, and if you say, well, there's 100 different strategies on this map and we've tried all of them, they've all been played out, well, why do people then always play the same 5? And OG are not doing that, so great on them. But, I really feel like one of the things I enjoy about this map is what we just saw. It allows for those kind of things. You can go on a little skirmish to get that top mid, even on the CT side. So, yeah, I think people should play like OG are doing right now if they want to make Mirage a little bit more exciting. 5 seconds, there's no chance to win. He actually needs to die right now. There we go. Isa obliges.
Yeah. Oblige him. He is gone. And this is now looking very grim indeed for NaVi. 6 rounds in a row for OG on this CT side of Mirage. There's the 3rd timeout getting called by NaVi.
Can I shower some more praise on OG while we're at it?
Absolutely.
They're not even... This isn't even one of those Simple has done everything on his own and the rest of the team aren't there situations. Simple has just been... He's clearly been the spearhead, but the rest of the team is... I mean, then they're not just leaving Simple, to his own devices here. They're killing with him. That's not the problem. Problem, I think, is just that OG right now are actually just playing a much better game, as far as I can tell. And maybe also just to add to the other side of that, maybe NaVi are also looking a bit lost on the T side, right?
Well, it's worth pointing out that this is a reminding, that this is OG's map pick.
Yeah.
And so for as far as NaVi are concerned, perhaps not as comfortable on it and trying not to get too flummoxed, even though NaVi have a 75% win rate on Mirage. So OG, but it's across fewer maps. OG have 13 maps in the last 3 months versus NaVi's 4 on Mirage.
Oh man, 4 maps. I'm not a statistician, but I'm going to say that doesn't work for predicting anything.
Yeah, it's not a big pool to draw from. Dust 2 will be the following map, NaVi's map pick, and they have a 70% win rate across 10 maps, so it's a little bit better on that side. NaVi are probably just kind of, I mean, obviously you fight it out here on Mirage. You're looking for that 2-0 at all times. You're not getting too deflated here. Velda working well, pushing on up to find a kill along with Isa. That's Flamey out of the picture here for NaVi. And OG setting themselves up for success in this round. It's 12-11, Anders. They're in the lead, and they're setting themselves up to pick up a 13th round. OG put themselves within striking distance.
By the way, I think if OG win this map, I think we're definitely seeing a 3rd map. I really, especially with NaVi, I mean, the way the NaVi are fragging, let's say, I imagine Dust 2 is going to be a pretty powerful map.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Simple's not missing shots.
No, he's doing fine.
So you put Simple on Dust 2 and see what he can do. I mean, I'm sure that it's going to be a fairly frustrating experience for OG.
Yeah. I imagine that's how it's going to go down if they can pick this one up. So maybe that's all the more important that they actually do, because otherwise it could definitely be a 2-0, I imagine. So 13-11, they picked that one up. NaVi have plenty of money to buy in this round with a round loss bonus and all the rest of it. So problem is they haven't done that much damage to OG, so OG also have a decent bank. LXCP and Mantu are tied, top fragging at 21 kills, and the E's are right behind. This is looking very good.
Looking for it. Dealing with the setup, and he eats an HP for his trouble.
And again, look at the difference in this defense, right? Like, no one's in the middle. That one grade, now they're pushing the B hallways. They're really just, the variety is making it so hard for NaVi to guess what's happening. And that's very frustrating.
And they hang around as well. How frustrating is this? Matu is going to change the angle, expecting there to be a push from short. And Perfecto elects not to take that peek.
I'm sure eventually they just leave one guy and just... I mean, at this point, you could almost just have, 2 in middle, 2 in A, and 1 in those B hallways and just, probably feel pretty good about it.
Mm-hmm.
They're giving up mid and connector, though, maybe. So that's always dangerous. Oh, he's gonna walk straight through. Yes, he will. Yeah, so they're right on the bomb side. Isa, though, terrific kill, and Alexi as well with that one. But don't underestimate this though. 4 and 5. If they lose that first fight into the bomb side, the whole thing can still collapse. So super important that they managed to pick that one up, and it's looking like a 14th round here. Simple's getting hunted down as well, and that's 14 to 11. NaVi really being collapsed here on the second half. They've only won the first 2 rounds, and then since then, it's just been, how many rounds am I counting here? Like 8 rounds in a row for OG?
Yep.
Oh dear.
It's wild. It's tough to see how it is that NaVi are allowing this to slip out completely. They just aren't getting any shots. That time, OG, once again, prepared. Velda didn't even have to show up. He was just sitting in shadow the whole time going, am I going to find a target or not? His teammates were just killing everybody. OG were so far ahead in that round. There was no way for NaVi. And so NaVi now going to go back to the basics. Enough is enough. Let's group up together. We got the Tech 9s. Just yeet those 2 guys first onto the site. Let them charge in with those Tech 9s guns blazing. And the rest of the team have just got to be right on them behind.
They Molotov Valda, so he has to put up that smoke to try and get out. And more grenades being thrown at him. They're just throwing everything at him. And they've almost taken him down, but that's also all of their grenades gone, by the way. They just put everything into that. And they've got no kills, and with the weaponry that they have on the NaVi side, at least it's a quick bomb plant, but they probably needed to get a kill here, because the retakes on the bomb side are incredibly doable on Mirage. And I'm sure that OG know that as well. A little bit of a fight here, both Boomich and Simple going down, and now it's a 2-on-3. Electronic not really finding any place to stand, though Flamey actually getting a kill long range to help him out. That's really an amazing job there. Molotov, did that land on top of the bomb? No, not quite. So 2-on-2.
But the bomb is not planted for Palace. So they need to realize this, just shut down jungle. Oh, the push, there it is. Comes on through, and Isa's there to trade it. Isa will have time for the defuse.
Yeah, he's got it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I absolutely thought that he did. Oh, once you hear that tick over, though, I mean, it's... who knows at that point in time. That is scary. I really thought he had that one.
That's a kick in the pants.
It is.
100% you're thinking that OG have got that in the bag with that retake as well. How much time? 0.19. Huh, how did we get that? Wasn't that MBK as well yesterday on Overpass?
Yeah, I think
Did I get 0.19? So 0.19, okay, we got to keep an eye on this, guys. There may be a trend here.
Some synchronicity in the simulation, Samla. Message being sent.
What does it mean if we multiply the number of rounds and then divide?
Exactly.
I'm sure we can find some way to get to 0.19.
Yeah, if we mess around with the math enough, we'll make it say whatever we want.
Divided by the number of rounds.
MBK alone. Oh, well, not quite alone. Alexi's there with the AUG at long range, but it's still going to have to be Nathan to really pick this one up. And a good spray, even while Flash, to take down Perfecto. He did what he needed to. And again, could be a little bit scary playing that solo B position. You get, your mind drifts, and suddenly you're in the middle of a bit of a war. So nicely handled on him. 3-on-3 for the retake, and they. I mean, if they lose this round, they can still force a buy OG. So there's that. But obviously, they don't want to let NaVi back in at this late stage in the game. That would be absolutely devastating. They're all retained from the same position. Could work out, or they could all get just bunched up and shut down. Nice headshot from Simple and a great follow-up. And now the retake is done. This is like way too much of a risk. I'd rather save the AWP. Simple with a triple kill, all of them headshots to land NaVi at 13 rounds.
Is this it? Do you get up to 14 rounds, OG, and then you choke it away? Alexi doing some talking right now. They need to just tighten up. Well done, Mantu. You gotta keep dialed as well. That is OG. Yeah, you gotta just put your foot down here and end it at this point. If you let NaVi come back in here and now you go, and then you go into NaVi's map pick dust 2 next, with NaVi fired up.
Yeah.
Life's gonna get real interesting real fast. I mean, Simple is dropping 27 frags, just saying. I mean, he's still got a chance to do 30 bombs. He could have back-to-back 30 bombs here for NaVi if we just consider the last night's last map on train.
True.
And then we go into this one. Simple is just a monster.
Yeah, it's beautiful, but just not if you're playing against it.
Yeah, exactly.
28th round.
It's like a venomous snake or something. You know, it's beautiful to look at until
it's on TV.
Yeah.
And you've got David Attenborough, narrating it, then it's fine. But otherwise, not in favor of it.
Not so much.
Slow mid control, checking the other pass. They knew that Mantu was down there, so I don't mind the fact that they're being, you know, careful about this. But now that they have them, I'm still not seeing the window boosts. Where are they? They're coming right now. Thanks, NaVi. Is that the first one we've seen? I really think it is for like all of yesterday and today. Maybe at least the first one I've noticed, which is not saying much, but I'm just going to say it's the first time. Just making that fact up right now.
Say it, Anders. Preach.
Who's going to check? Who's going to fact check me? Ether and Valde. Ooh, forward setup. It's one good kill, and Boomich has the bomb down at 27 seconds. What a nightmare. How do you recover that? Never mind. Now the window is not going to help you at all, especially Electronic getting killed. Really nice forward setup here from OG. And again, another variation of the defense. They've just been doing it everywhere. And Flamey, we cannot win this. He might as well just run away. There's absolutely no time for it. But they've had the aggressive mid pushes. They've done the forward B hallways push. Now aggressive with a double setup down to the A ramp. I just think this is so cool.
Well, I mean, Velda tries to take the fight, but this allows Flamey to get out of there and save that AWP.
Yeah.
Boomich so disgusted with the result of that round, he has left the server.
Yeah.
Left the game straight up.
Lord Boomich.
Lord Boomich.
Departed for a minute at least.
You heard booma booma yay on the wind. and he was gone.
Has anyone
like
done that remix? Yeah.
Just like that, he was gone. Yeah, it really makes you wonder. NaVi, that has got to be so insanely frustrating.
Just a bit. I think it'll be fine. He'll be back in a second. Yeah, I mean, they had a really, really good shot here of actually taking the game over right at the end. OG's money would have been shattered if they would have won that round. But again, think of how often NaVi have, you know, been able to have them in control, and they've never encountered anyone really on that A ramp. And suddenly there's two people there. So, you know, NaVi, I mean, this is just the nature of playing the game, but you have to make a bunch of assumptions about, you know, what the setup is on the defensive side, just based on a tiny bit. But because OG keep changing it so much, anything that NaVi see, you know, when they make those assumptions, it doesn't actually add up with reality. And I think that's one of the things that's really damaging them quite a bit at the moment. I think this is super cool. It's been a real pleasure to watch them so far, OG here.
They're sick. They're showing that they've got firepower. They're showing that they got a plan. And even on their map, it's scrappy, but when Simple's dropping 27 frags, I mean, it's not an easy task to shut this team down.
No, I mean, in fact, when Simple is doing that, the power of making those calls just becomes even more obvious. Like, that's when you see it, right? Because, I mean, if you're not going to do that, then the plan becomes trying to fight Simple, you know, at this game. That is generally not a good plan.
It's tough to mess around with the guy. The thing is, we can see thanks to the cameras. But, you know, NBK asked him a question, and he responded with LOL, which means laugh out loud. Except that Simple looked like that. Simple was clearly not laughing out loud when he typed that. And so I don't understand. In his mind, he's just so ice cold. It's the mind games. He's just able to throw that out there.
Just messing with
MBK, letting MBK think that, hey, you know, Simple's having a good time. It's all good. Simple is not having a good time.
He's actually an incredibly wholesome person now, you know, Simple. I think that's, you know.
Simple is, he is actually one of those people that really makes you kind of feel guilty that you're not doing more. Because it's like, you know, people make money. Yeah, cool, made money. It's like he made money, buys his parents a house, you know, just make sure that his family is set up forever, and then starts to have fun with his money. It's like, yeah, you're actually just like the best kind of person. That's kind of human being.
That's the dream, isn't it? Although I was alarmed when I heard how much he'd spent on Clash Royale whenever he was playing that.
Yeah.
It's an obscene amount. So, but I guess, you know, it's his money, whatever. But
Simple is the Skrill Lord.
But it's I mean, it's interesting to think about the sort of the path that he's been on, right? In terms of there we go.
You see that Mantu cracking a smile too. We gotta be careful, man. The world. I mean, Simple with the LOL, Mantu smiling. What's going on here, Anders?
Mood temperament. Everyone's happy. Listen, you gotta do what you can in this crazy year. You know, just find a way to find that. I think you know, if you think about how he was early on, Simple. You know, like then we had the new Simple change of. Not many people do that. I really think that should be. Not that we have to praise Simple. We already enough praise for Simple all the time. But like that change of personality thing is actually not easy. The only other person I can think of who's done that like really, really well is you know, former Team Liquid player Pimp. Who, I mean, apart from his like physical, you know, like
the physical change, yeah.
Yeah, but I think like, and that's amazing. He's done such an amazing job at that. But But, you know, I mean, he said it himself in multiple interviews. He had a great interview with Richard at one point, and he, you know, he said, I was just not a pleasant person to you know, be around and play around, and he's really changed. I know Jacob now, he's a great guy. So,
Yeah.
like, you know, that just takes a lot of work. So, you know, amazing if you can do that. I think that's, like, what a gift to yourself, presumably, as well. Quite cool. We're right on the brink. Like, we just need Boomich back into the mix here. I just, like, you know, want him back because it's 29th round, you know. All the tension is adding up. But of course, we're playing, you know, on the internet. So what if we've got like 10 different internet connections that are from different players? It's surprising that this doesn't happen even more.
I'm just a little bit annoyed with the timing that this tends to happen at. You know,
I know.
It usually happens in the 29th
Classic,
round.
isn't it?
28th round, 29th round. Funnily, it's weird. You know, it's the last round when things go against you and you DC.
Listen, it's all.
I don't know, just the way it works. The way that works sometimes, Anders. Just.
I know. And listen, if it happened early on, we wouldn't even remember. We'd just be like, whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't care about it. Do we?
Kind of move on with things, but.
We're talking about MBK and Valde doing worse earlier, but I think that they've sort of made up for it. That you know, they're not completely caught up to the rest, but they don't really need to. I think they just need to put in like a ground level that's good enough that it's not going to cost them.
Is it amusing to us that the Natural Born Killer has padded walls?
He does have padded walls.
He plays Counter-Strike in a padded room.
Oh man, I mean, Maniac.
I feel like we've all needed that at some point,
yeah.
right, when playing Counter-Strike. But NBK just took that extra step and committed to getting a padded room.
Listen, Maniac has a degree in psychology. Maybe we could ask him about what that says. What does he have on the wall behind him as well? He's got like a poster of like all kinds of like, you know, like numbers and letters and what is that? I can't tell.
We need like this needs to be CSI or something. Enhance that one thing so we can see what it is. It looks like a giant crossword puzzle.
Production enhance.
You know, knowing MBK though, I wouldn't be surprised to know it, or I wouldn't be surprised if it was some kind of like weird poker combination thing or something like that.
Very well could be.
That you can just look over.
You're not gonna rule that. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I appreciate this.
Alexi B, I like it, man.
Power nap.
Power nap or just Zen meditation.
It's people should get into that. I've been trying to tell people slowly, get some meditation in there, guys. It really works. I know it sounds boring, but you know,
it's pretty crucial.
Yeah, it's amazing. You don't have to really believe anything crazy either. You can just do it. You know, whatever other beliefs you have, you can just. You know, so.
I think I've noticed personally the erosion of my short-term memory.
Oh yeah,
and I think that has to do with social media. Which is the constant scrolling, constant scrolling of information. You're just constantly getting information, so your brain, at the end of the day, it just doesn't hold on to anything anymore because there's always the next thing that comes.
Well, I was impressed. You said you deleted Twitter off your phone.
So yeah, Twitter's been gone off my phone.
I think that's probably good. I mean, that's
yeah, I can't stand Twitter. Twitter is an abomination.
It is a stupid place.
It is just an omega stupid place.
But yeah, no, that's you know, maybe a smart move. I can respect that.
No, it's just such a shame that social media is important, and you know, that we have to have social media today. I mean, it used to be a wholesome place, I think, or wholesome, but I don't know. It used to be a bit more fun. Now it just feels really, really, really unhealthy.
Yeah.
Well,
so take maybe like, you know, 10% less social media and like, you know, learn how to meditate a little bit. Then we're good.
Damn straight.
Get
I think that would help a lot, guys.
That is come out of 2020 with something positive in you know, in your back pocket. It's pretty good. I recommend it anyway. I don't know, but not for Boomich. I hope he's not taking time out to meditate in the middle of the game. I just want him back though. That's obviously the critical part.
Imagine he was just while it's connecting. He's not quite sure. Hold on, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a break here.
Yeah, calm down.
Listen, dude needs to figure out a solution for stopping OG from winning this map. This is the first map of this series. They're on map point right now.
Yeah,
it's their map pick. You're going into dust too, but I mean, OG are 50-50 on that map. It's a coin toss. So they could definitely do some damage over there. And OG haven't been padding their stats playing CIS teams, even though Navi tend to lose versus CIS teams. Actually, never mind. That point doesn't really make sense. Somehow Navi they just don't win against the CIS.
Yeah. Those regional matchups, to remember, have always just been so weird, right? Because you think like, well, they should be beating them, but then maybe some of those teams just like pay way more attention to Navi, know them better. I don't know what it is.
Some of those coaches just knew things somehow. They just could. They had information.
It's Pandora's box, Semler. Don't do it. Or it's worse.
I just love how base simple is. You know, you're just like, I could not believe how these noobs were beating us.
It's like that box from Hellraiser, do you remember? Like you complete the puzzle or whatever and
Oh my, that's a reference.
pinfish or something.
Dude, those movies are sick. And it's Halloween, so go watch them.
Yeah, you
Freaking
should.
amazing stuff. Really messed up.
If for nothing else, just to be able to make future references is probably worth it, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's
You know, that's the
disturbing.
thing, dude. I just think that Simple does a better job. You know, he's wholesome, he's awesome, but he's still not afraid to just, you know, slap
No,
somebody
yeah.
and just let them know.
No, he's still
Just
got
drop
personality.
these fire lines.
I agree.
So I love that guy. He's great.
No, I think in general, actually, Counter-Strike players have
Yeah.
sort of, you know, started to come a little bit more into their own. I think it's something that that we've needed over time.
That's just the game. It appeals to a different, you know, it's not weebs.
There we go. Put it out there.
It appeals to different people.
That's fine. I'll co-sign that. It's fine. No weeps allowed, I guess.
We could put a sign up on the treehouse.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not getting any update about where Boomich has gone, so I guess
Neither am I.
his internet has died. So maybe he can't give any updates. That's like a form of like
Well,
isolation.
do we just have Blade jump in here and then finish this map? I mean, at this point, is there a time limit?
I hope not. I really want.
MBK was saying that there was a time limit, and I can't
Extend
remember.
the time
Can't
limit.
remember it. There is a time limit to how long we can remain paused like this, waiting for a player to reconnect. And so
Damn.
either they get forced into a 4v5 or we get a sub in here. But at some point, we can't just wait all night. At some point, we got to finish this map, and then they can hopefully sort it out. In the
I can
break
wait all night,
maps.
Summer. No, but it's fair. I mean, obviously that's
Whole production on the line here, Anders.
It's true. It's true.
Costs money.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, don't want to be extending this to a 5-hour-long match. So I guess that's fair. Yeah, we'll see if they could get Blade or someone else in here, or if it's gonna be Boomich finding his way back in time.
No, I just had this. Yeah, never mind.
All right.
You want to explain to Nyholm? You're wasting his money, but then he's not there anymore. So
That's a good point.
that's how you wind up. What Copenhagen's on the seaboard, right? Like, yeah, it's the ocean.
Yeah, we're right there.
Copenhagen, yeah, okay. So I was about to say you're gonna find yourself at the bottom of a river.
You know what
you would actually just find yourself at the bottom of a port or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Listen, it's so close to Sweden that what we used to do back in the day, is we would have cannons on our castles that were out to
Yes.
the sea, and we would tax anyone coming through.
Yeah. You guys were dicks.
Yeah, there's no other way to do it.
It's like the Vikings, and then after that,
It's kind of a genius scheme, though, as well, you know. It's like, you want to sail through, you're within reach of our cannons. And some of the time, like, the Swedes would show up and they would take over those castles just to try and stop that from happening, you know?
Oh.
It would be like a little war, like, please, no more taxation, guys.
well, it's I mean, we've got we're seeing about an update here for NaVi. Apparently, it just takes a long time for Boomich to reconnect. Apparently, they had the same thing happen 3 days ago.
All right. Maybe a question. Maybe they can find it out. I'm sure they'll tell us when something happens.
I like players just whatever. That's a different thing. No, I mean it's just that the channel is so narrow that they just used to have mortars on both sides,
Yeah.
and so you know Swedes were just lobbing mortars and
Yeah, but you know what was messed
you're
up?
just like if you're a ship, you're just kind of
Eventually,
sailing serpentine, I guess.
Eventually, what the king realized, obviously, is that, wait a minute, why are we taxing these people, you know, in the channel when we can just tax our own people?
Oh.
And they just said, you know what, forget about it. Look, people can sail through.
Wait,
whatever,
was
we'll
this
just do
today?
it right now. It's been a while, but, you know, still a thing. I actually went to visit one of those castles. It's not that far from where I live, like up north.
Oh.
It's really cool. It's really interesting. So yeah, if you're ever in the Denmark area, go see some castles or something.
It's what's amazing about being here in like old country is Sweden, like Stockholm is just surrounded by old forts.
Yeah.
This used to be the spot, obviously, to the point where the ocean used to run up to certain points of the land where now there's just these old forts, but the ocean has receded.
Oh,
and now you just got these old forts that used to
Yeah.
cover the entrance into these maritime channels. Super sick. I mean, it's really, really cool to just walk around and soak
Yeah.
that history in.
For me, what's so interesting is I was out walking earlier today, and you know, I mean, Denmark's entirely flat, so I'm not used to like, you know, rocks and cliffs and stuff like that. And for me, it just stands out in the like, you know, I love it. I think it's amazing. So
absolutely, man.
Huge fan of Swedish nature. Yeah, I think ultimately we're gonna get Boomich back. I feel like everyone's ready to.
Well, it's not. I mean, simple as making it sound like this is something that they've dealt with in the past, guys. So. It seems like there is a method to the madness. We're not just kind of waiting and wondering. It seems like NaVi know what they're doing, so hopefully we're going to have him back. I guess we can go ahead and just take a quick break, though, and when we come back, we'll be getting into it. So 3 minutes, and we will be back, hopefully with Boomich, and we'll finish this first map of the series.
And we have returned right into the 29th round. We've got Boomich back. Blade probably right at the edge, hoping to get the play, but not this time around. And it's 15-13 in favor of OG. We had a bit of a tech timeout, but they managed to solve it out, so we do apologize, but should be good to go. OG 1 round away from taking this map. I think they need to take this map. I don't think they're going to be winning Dust 2. I think if OG take this map, we're going to third map, but that is all yet to come. And they just need to survive this next round from NaVi. Simple with an AWP, Tech-9s, a Galil, and an AK-47. So let's see if they can. It would be great for OG if they could close out this, I think, just a really remarkable game on Mirage. I'm so excited about how OG have been playing this.
Yes. Now it's that real test of the mental discipline.
Yeah.
Can you maintain your focus despite the fact that you just had to wait like 13 minutes or something for Boomich to get back into the server, and apparently for something that has happened before and that he didn't bother fixing. So a little bit annoyed with Boomich right now, but Simple's going to find that shot on Velda. The aggression paying off here for NaVi, and this is looking very good for them. They're trying to keep that pressure up, not let OG have a chance to recover.
Oh man, if Isa gets a double spray here, it's done. But if he goes down, I don't know. They've rotated everyone to the bomb site. And Perfecto, he was an underpass. Will he have hurt them, I wonder? That's a big question. No double spray happening at all. Isa going to be going down. The rest of them are here. And NaVi, they could change this. They could go back like OG did when they were on the T side, but they're still committed to it. We'll see if that's going to be paying off. I mean, so far they're winning the fight, so maybe it doesn't even matter, but kind of risky to persist in attacking a bomb site when you've already been spotted and, you know, they know they've had enough time to rotate. Could definitely be a little bit scary. Bomb, though, will be planted, and I think OG, given the money they have, they need both these rifles alive. They need to find a way to get out. MBK, you have a smoke and a flashbang, so use them to escape. Smoke in front, and just flash your way out of there. It's not worth sticking around. Yeah, already Alexi is sneaking away. Nice round. Simple with a double kill. That's what, up to 29 now or something like that? Could still be in that 30 bomb.
Just get that 30 bomb again, Simple. I mean, this would be an insane retake if it happens.
No, just can't.
But NBK right now, I think, is just trying to, he's trying to save the gun.
Yeah.
And both, you look at the state of the economy for OG, that's the painful thing looking at this, is that both of these teams really needed this round.
Only Flusher can introduce these rounds.
Okay, senor.
Exactly.
I mean, this is so painful for OG now.
It is.
Going for a force buy to try and keep NaVi off of overtime. Simple saved his AWP. NaVi are going to be full bot. I mean, you're trying to push a boulder up a hill now.
Yeah, and if what Sisyphus taught us anything, you want to avoid doing
that. Is just what I guess it must feel like playing against Simple.
Yeah.
You know, every round you're pushing that boulder up a hill, and then guess what? You got to push it up again the next round.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? Especially when he has that AWP. 30th round. It's gone the full distance, and it's still only the first map of the day, or it's second day of Blast Premier, obviously. Got so much more coming still that I just can't wait for. I mean, I think our second game of the day is also going to be really fun. Yeah. So don't want to be missing out on that either.
EG versus Nip. That's going to be straight fire.
Yeah, I really think that's a promising game as well. Minute and 15 seconds, plenty of time. Bomb leaning towards the B side of the map, while Flamey is over at the A side. Now, there's a bunch of different ways for Flamey to play this. He could try and, and make some noise and keep people in A, or he could wait for them to rotate and run and shoot them in the back. I mean, you pick a way to do it. Actually, they're going to go middle instead. They're calling it off. They're going to try and go middle. So now I think Flamey's definitely going to be the one to sort of jump out when they've made some contact in middle.
Yep. Alexi B making the information play, though, from short. Going to spot that presence in mid.
40 seconds, NaVi, please.
And now you see the information play coming in here from OG, pushing into ramp. They're going to get that info on A, noting that nobody is there. This is going to get real interesting.
30 seconds now. I'm getting... Well, then they're starting to group up towards connector, but real scary. There are no grenades left on OG. It's actually kind of tricky for them to win this round. That does nothing at all. The flashbang, and they're swinging into the bomb site. 20 seconds left on the clock. They should be able to find someone here. It's a team kill, but Boomich also picking up Alexi. Man 2 with a nice return. 15 seconds. Bomb is on the ground, and there it is. 16-14. Man 2 and Isa with a double kill each to close out the map, and no overtime or nothing. They do have a P250 picked up on Simple. We saw what that did when they were on the T side of Mirage in the pistol round. It was brutal.
It was gross. And there's no reason why we shouldn't expect more of the same from Simple. Already getting into a skirmish at the middle there, mid doors. Challenge from Alexi B. He's going to be able to dance out of harm's way. Little information gained. And in the meantime, Simple ready to take point. At least holding towards Longhouse right now. This is shaping up to be that B, or that A split rather, as it gets pushed on B.
Great.
NBK is going to work his way into upper dark along with Isa. And there's Matu to kick things off, taking down Boomich.
Yeah, this is one of the few things you actually can be aggressive about, just as I was saying earlier. You can't do it so much, but yeah, upper dark push, definitely very cool. They have the right idea. The bomb will be planted here, but can they hold the bomb side afterwards? Valda is playing very smartly. They know that Simple's out here, and they actually got a couple of people hunting for him at the moment. If they can find Simple, I'm sure they can retake the rest without too much trouble, but They need to be worried about that P250. He's going to get the one kill there on NBK, and that's a big problem. They don't currently have a kit picked up. I don't know if there's one on the ground. Another headshot rings in from Simple, taking down Mantu, and now they're going to swing to try and see if anyone is defusing that bomb, and that's just not happening at the moment. Simple will find a third kill. He is such a beast, and finally he's taken out. Perfecto needs to get away from this. Oh! He gets the headshot on Isa as he's running away, and NaVi win the round.
What a snap call from NaVi. Yeah, Alexi B looks not pleased with that. Isa knows that he's a second late. He's a second late the entire time there.
Yeah.
He needs to be in a position where he can support NBK as he pushes up against Simple. Simple getting that sandwich on short. Isa should be able to support that and stop that from happening. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out for him, and that's a winnable situation for OG, and it just slips through their fingers.
I think NBK was in the middle, and someone was flanking through T-spawn, and Valda was out on long. I actually thought Valda would join the other two in middle and look for Simple. I thought they would all like just triangle him.
Simple and get it over with. Yeah, man, that's such a tough one, but a great call from NaVi. They realized just get control of short. We're not going to fight over long. Just get control of short, take it away from him, and we will be fine. And sure enough, NaVi get that pistol round on Dust 2. That's a real ball buster for OG. Tough break, but we'll see. They're going to go for the force buy in this one. They're not willing to give it up without a fight.
Double scout.
Full stack.
So I'm in favor of this double scout. I think I said this yet. I don't think it really works that often, but I don't mind. It's about the dream. Maybe it can work. That works. CC always works. Great double kill. Scout will actually do some damage here. Flamey has to fall back. This is such a great start for OG. If they steal this round back, NaVi are not going to be happy. Alexi B finding Electronic, and could have almost caught another one there. Still Might in the middle. They've taken so much damage. They are getting shut down. What a wild round.
Scouts plus Deagles, man. Oh, and then HE's on top of it. Don't even need to hit him with the bullet.
And I mean, it all started so weird out of long, right? Because I think he was underhanding a smoke, and then they just jumped the corner right as he was doing that, and then the rest of the round collapsed from there. So one little bit of bad timing and some pretty good shooting out of Valda with the CC, and that is all it took. Third round, nothing NaVi could do.
Yeah, redemption for OG.
Suicide Simple.
And now, I was about to say a hard eco coming in from NaVi, but they elect to go for the force buy in the end. Zeus plus Deagle combo, all the Deagles. Okay then. Hoping that OG were going to get greedy and start playing aggressive. Isa's holding very close with this M4. But he is in the anti-flash position. As that smoke clears, not going to make it out.
He gets blocked. I don't know what happened there, but regardless, Mantu trying to make up for it. At least we'll get the one kill. And you just deny them the scout or the M4, whichever one. Definitely don't want them picking anything up here. So, trading only armor on two of those NaVi players, so if they go down, the rest probably could be cleaned up here. And I think now, I mean, because of that engagement in the middle just now, I'm sure OG are aware and the callers come out, don't mess this up. Don't go for any kind of weird fights. Just call it in if you need backup, and if at worst, we'll retake the bomb site and we'll be fine.
I know you want to get frags every now and again, but sometimes, holding close against pistols is not the best. Yeah. And then you get Simple with the Deag, will still just take your head off. This is getting a bit crazy. There we go. Mantu with a clean headshot. Not going to get that timing, though, unfortunately for him. Flamey's going to get the point-blank shot. Takes him down, and it's all on NBK now with the MAC-10, but he is very close to the bomb site. He is hoping the Perfecto peaks and gives him that 1v1 versus Flamey. Instead, he's going to have to push up, and now it's all about timing. Finds it, gets that M4, and now the bomb is not planted for Perfecto. 2 HP on Perfecto as well. There it is. NBK gets the job done. Incredibly expensive round for OG. That was way too close, but they stabilize, they get the round. That's what counts in the end.
I think you definitely are right that the bomb plant there just made a huge difference, right? It forces Perfecto to sort of crouch out into that fight in some sense, whereas otherwise, if it was the default plan towards the catwalk, he could have been playing it way more safely and try to sort of play around with NBK there at the end. So I don't know, still a bit of a rough round. They almost gave that up, and that is going to be hard to deal with potentially down the road. Again, it cost them a lot of money, but NaVi, on the other hand, even with the bomb plant, are not able to buy. The next round they will be, but for now, they're going to have to keep it cool for just a while. And I mean, just think about this, right? NaVi win the pistol round, but now they've lost the following 2 rounds. They forced up in one of them with Eagles. This next round, I mean, yeah, they could, I think, get an AWP on simple. But I mean, at any point, if you can delay that AWP on simple, or if NaVi delay it themselves by how they buy, that is really, really great. Great news. Wait, simple just bought an AK. Oh, wait.
No, Perfecto bought the AK and dropped it for simple. What is going on here?
Can't believe it.
Simple's grinning, at least. Now you know why he's grinning.
Yeah, he's thinking.
He's about to get in there.
Let's do it. Apparently there is some TeamSpeak issue or voice communication issue at any rate. So, yeah, they're sorting that out. That is, after all, fairly critical to playing a game. So
I hear it's important, yeah.
Don't want to be screwing that up. We're listening to some of the on the analyst desk in between the 2 maps here. We're listening to some of the mic'd up moments from OG.
Yeah.
That one where Mantu, no, sorry, was it Mantu? Was it Lexi B? I think it was Lexi B getting the triple kill over at B when he sort of won it alone, hiding in the bomb site.
Mm-hmm.
And they were really calm about it. I thought they would be shouting and screaming and going crazy, but they were like, yeah.
It was only a single cluck.
Yeah.
It was EG that got all like 10 clucks in their mic'd up moment there.
I know, yeah, but I mean, even if they're not swearing so much, I just thought, like, you know,
it was a 1 clucker.
Volume, you know, yeah, single cluck.
Just a 1 clucker.
Get a horse in there or a dog or something. Get it all.
What's going on here? I like that. That's an interesting approach. Just start using in-game VoIP instead of TeamSpeak. Why not? You're all on the same team anyways.
Yeah. This is from the first map, obviously. The no scope at the end is really, really not bad at all. Alright, we still haven't enhanced the background of MBK's poster there. I'm getting ever more curious about the
social media. Hook us up, guys. Come on.
Potential. Yeah, someone has got to do the...
I'm waiting for the...
got to do the research.
Sleuths out there to figure out where that poster comes from.
Could be important, you know.
Absolutely. I think deeply, deeply game-changing. We need it. We need to know.
Yeah, get that picture up there. I think in the meantime, I mean, the fact that they sort of almost did that, I wonder if that'll inspire NaVi down the road to try that again. If they, you know, if they get close to it, right? It could be one of those things where they sort of feel like, yeah, we almost made that deagle buy work. So, you know, it's kind of worth it. I don't know if I want to say specifically that it wasn't, but again, I'm just always worried about Simple not getting the AWP as early as possible. It's got to be the main point of Dust 2 on both sides. There he is.
There's the man in question. Lexi B's there as well.
Yeah, but not asleep, which has got to be considered a good sign, right?
Usually smiling.
MBK talking to someone off the screen now.
We are truly... Well, actually, no, you were in Denmark and I was in Sweden back then, so it isn't like a true return to 2013, but, you know, the tech pauses, the delays, online CS.
It has some of the hallmarks, yes.
Yeah.
No, it's nowhere near as bad. There's no DDoSing going on or anything. Like, things have calmed down. Well, it's fine. Don't worry. We had whole days where, you know, like, 2 best of 3s could have easily been 11 hours, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You'd never know.
Maps could have been 2-hour affairs. You're just... I still remember Forrest trying to play on 4G. Trying to get his phone, trying to get the connection of his phone.
You say that, but in the beginning I was streaming on 4G. I had a like.
You remember my dongle?
I had, yeah.
That sounded really weird. You remember that I had one of those dongles that you could plug in that had like just spare internet if you needed it. And so if the internet died, I would just plug that in and try and stream off of that for a second.
Yeah, whatever it took. But I actually bought like an outdoor antenna and like pointed it towards the nearest like 4G mast that I found on Google, and like, you know, it worked. You can actually do it, but it's not fun. But you can. Still fiddling around with the wiring, trying to figure out how they can get the TeamSpeak back up and running. He's really consistent with this gun. I mean, there's no reason for them not to do this, you know, as long as people will let him get away with it. 3 kills. I think it was the same on Mirage.
Yep.
It's just so effective.
Simple, so scary.
Yeah, he really is. They actually steal an AK. I didn't even notice that, but MBK has got one, so I'll take that as a good sign. That one AK on Simple when we get back into it. And it'll be interesting to see if they could do some damage. Again, they haven't sacrificed a lot to do this, but you still want to get, you know, some kills. You want to make this hard on OG and not just a 1 kill and done.
Yeah.
Gotta be more than that, for sure.
NBK with the second monitor there. Probably reading manga or something.
Reading monitor just because it feels cool. I don't know.
He's like reading manga or something.
You've got two of them.
Latest chapter of One Piece.
I got 3 at home because I don't know. Just
yeah, I was thinking about that.
Space station.
What I wanted originally for this setup was to be able to have a TV above here as the third monitor, and then be able to cast off of that, so we can cast off the TV and just have a really big thing.
I started
the lighting
wondering,
doesn't work.
Should I be getting essentially you know, one of those curved monitors that's like the 34 inches, but like something like that? I don't know. Like I just feel like I wouldn't play on it really that much. So just have one that's like the play monitor and then the other. Just feels cool. I don't know if it is, but
it's that, or I mean, because it's always the best when you can cast off the TV. Cause there's like a big TV.
Yeah.
Man, it's great. You don't need to squint for info, looking at the mini map or anything. You can really just go ahead and just stand up and cast. So I was thinking that, or like maybe on this wall here, like just having a TV, a wall mount or something that can come out. But
there's room for improvement.
Room for improvement.
Dude.
Hopefully, I don't know. The thing is, like, do you want to invest in a home studio, or are we going to eventually get back to normal here and just start traveling again and the studio again?
I reckon things will get back to normal. So, but still, it could be cool. Like, why not? Every once in a while, and maybe it'll be.
You say that because you're here in Sweden.
I know.
If you were home in Denmark, you'd just be like,
yeah, it's not wrong.
Where the rest of these valiant guys are at the production right now. Shout out to you guys making the show happen over there in Köpenhamn.
Yeah, there we go. Swedish pronounce. Yeah. I think Mohan's already there.
Mohan just landed.
Yeah.
Scrawny spent too much time tweeting and forgot some key paperwork that unfortunately delayed his flight for him. So he should be getting back soon, though.
It's fine.
Should be getting back soon.
I'll work it all out.
So hopefully we'll have the Scrawn dog out there.
Yes, indeed. So, they're getting live. I was going to say we could talk about the second match as well, but we can't.
The second manwich?
No, the second match. Man. I don't
what?
Know that.
Where did this come from?
Can tweet your best art interpretation of what a manwich is to Sandler if you want. Whatever's on your mind, man. It's fine.
Hit me. I'm waiting.
4th round. AK and some M4s and MP9s and 2 AKs. And like, this is going to heavily delay that AWP on NaVi. I'm no longer a fan of this. If they win, yeah, I'll have to eat my words and all the rest of it, but I think this is a mistake. Walking into a grenade, man, too. He's channeling in a Jedi, whatever it is, thinking about it. That's pretty good timing. That is going to be annoying, especially to Perfect, who had no armor, so he's going to take a bit more damage from that. And they have a good presence here at the A-bombs that they could call in a third guy down from long. I think that's Valdo who's going to be showing up with another M4. I think they've got a pretty good shot at defending this. MP9, and when they get up close, that's Boomich turning the corner, and he'll actually win the fight. Oh, what a nice swing to take down Lexi B. That changes everything. That was really swift, and yeah, Valdo's going to get caught in the middle of it. Oh, gee, I don't even know if they're really caught sleeping. I just don't think anyone was expecting that Tech 9 to be that powerful. And now it's MBK and Easier on the retake here. 2 versus 3. Oh,
whoa! You're not going to pull a fast one like that on NBK. Sick play there. Just walks right in, takes him out. NBK with the AK looking to get in here, close the distance. Simple is still alive with an AK of his own, however. So life is not going to be easy for OG by any means. Although Simple gets caught, the double team. Perfecto dancing on the edge, and he goes down. NBK once again coming up with the goods.
I'd love to see that from MBK's point of view. Maybe I'm just misremembering, but can't you see the shadow when he's standing there? Like when he's jumping up and looking down like that, Electronic?
Oh, that's why? Because, I mean, MBK, he was pre-firing. He knew exactly what was going on.
Maybe I'm...
Oh, no, we missed it. This is
wrong. Yeah, we'll go investigate some of the time. Anyway...
You wouldn't be wrong, though, because you do usually see the shadow there.
I feel like maybe. Anyway, they can buy a little bit more in NaVi, just buying all the time. But now it's like a strange half buy again, someone dropping an AK for Simple. But I still just want to point out, right, we're 5 rounds deep and there's not been one AWP on Simple. And again, that's the super weapon that they have. It's the Iron Cannon from Command & Conquer.
There you go, references.
Wiping people out.
Montu's close, and this is finally going to be some action for NBK over here. Doesn't have to retake. Instead, just going to be trying to hit shots, and then his teammates are robbing him. Montu with the triple. Issa finds one of his own, and it's Simple alone once again.
Yeah, and listen, fair play. In the last round, they actually did a bunch of damage. 2 versus 1 at the end, so they took away 3 rifles from OG. This round, if Simple doesn't get any kills here, this is so good for OG. They've delayed the AWP, or NaVi have, however you want to look at it. And they're starting to build some money, and, you know, they're stealing AKs. They got 2 of those as well. All of these things are really great signs for OG. So, yeah, a couple of kills here at minimum, but it might be a little bit late to ask for that kind of a thing. And he's going to go down. It's a flawless round out of OG. That's a problem.
3 AKs and AWP, and Alexi B just gets kind of left out in the cold. I was about to say that
Buying this round, I'm really this is starting to really tick me off a little bit. So.
I mean, they're gonna buy Anders. Come on, they're gonna try at least. It's not prettiest thing. Flamey has to go for Galil, you know. It's and Simple has to go for Deagle, but we've seen what Simple can do with the Deagle. So you know, in his case, I'm not too worried. But you're right, no off again. This is just going to be the all-out kind of play coming in here from NaVi.
I'm very, very confused about what they're doing at the moment. I hope our analysts that are surely watching can help try and make sense of this, because I don't quite understand it. You can, I mean, the logic usually, if you keep buying, is that, you know, you've got the other team so pressured that, you know, if you keep doing it, you win the round, or you do the economic damage and all the rest of it, but they seem to be doing it no matter what, so a little bit confusing. It's a missed shot from Mantu, but he was backing off so quickly anyway, so it's worth doing. Nice shot from Valder. Nice duck from Boomich, though, and Mantu now out on long. He's alone. If he misses a shot, it could be his last chance. So he's going to pick up that one, and it's back to Cap. Whoop, not quite getting it. Alive on 13 health, and he's crouching in, lining them up, and it's a good spray, but he couldn't get the second one. Mantu, though, will clean it up, and again, they're going to survive with 3 members. A little bit scary, but good round out of OG.
Man, that's a real pucker kind of spray right there.
Yeah.
You're just clenching real hard. Doesn't quite get it there, but Mantu now not caught sleeping this time, actually connecting with some shots. One of the go-to positions for the AWP on Dust 2, camping out around car, watching long, watching catwalk.
7 rounds and no ult for Simple.
Yeah, no, that's kind of when you keep forcing over and over again. That's kind of the risk you run, right?
This is what they used to do to MBK to Kenny S for no reason. It's been a bunch of games in the past where, like, you have this guy.
He's a god tier opper, but
you're magic on your team, and you just won't.
Yeah, let's go ahead and not give him exactly what he needs to dominate. Hey, it's a lot to ask. Is Simple. He's still top fragging Anders. Electronic's up there at least with him this time, 4 frags, but even gimped, he will still get the goods.
Yeah, and I mean that's slightly encouraging, but still, I mean, like 5-1. I think this is also the side of the map where I would expect OG to be having a slightly harder time. So the fact that they're already up to 5 rounds, I think all of these signs are really looking good for them at the moment. See if they can come through this round more or less unscathed, because then their economy will actually start to look really, really good. Coming right through as they heard the extinction of that Molotov. Alexi just going to line up the 1 kill. He turns for it. It's a nice spray. He'll get 4 kills in a matter of a couple of seconds. So there we go, losing no one. And now they have so much money to work with. 6-1. And we had to get all the way to the 8th round before they had money for that all one Simple. That is,
oh man, I was just about to laugh like a hyena if he bought an AK just to spite you. All this time building up the off, and then
I would have been mad.
Get wrecked. No, this is it.
Mad.
Let's see. AWP in the hands of Simple. What's he going to be capable of? OG going to go and challenge, set up long. But that smoke going down allows for Issa to make his way over towards the B site, and BK should be rotating back over there momentarily. But no, he's actually electing to hang out on this A site. They were expecting early aggression towards A, OG.
It's putting a lot of trust in Valder over alone. Sorry, not Valder. Issa alone at the B bomb site. So, and they don't even have that much mid control. Now they're sort of starting to get there. Nice grenade. But that is, I mean, they would have been set up nicely to win an A attack in this round. But if there would have been some sort of a fast B split coming out here from NaVi, I think that would have been very unfortunate for them. Although NaVi tend to not be that fast of a team, so maybe that's just what they're saying to themselves.
Yeah, they're just playing against that, I suppose.
Yeah. Recognize it.
Certainly take that into account. And now, I mean, it's leaving NaVi they still had, they got short at least, so it's going to be 45 seconds on the clock, and NaVi once again going to start moving their way up short. Flashes over the top. Montu's going to get blinded. NBK doing the best he can to try and stay alive in this situation. He needs to lock down that bomb site. As NaVi decide, actually, we're going to go ahead and just donate the bomb. Simple with the no-scope. Fair enough. It is simple after all, but Velda's there to trade it. And it's a two-man advantage for OG in this round. OG are just pummeling NaVi, and this is NaVi's map pick.
They're so low on time. Even if they slightly got close here in a 2-on-3, it doesn't really matter when there's no time left. Going to be Manta to get the last kill. Good double on him and on Valda. It was a cool jump from Electronic to get down into CT spawn, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, they couldn't find anyone there, right? That's what they wanted. They wanted to sandwich whoever it was that was in there and get the kill that way, but it wasn't going to be possible. 7-1.
Let's go.
Is gone, and so is everything else.
Let's go.
Simple is just so obscene as well, though. She's like, yeah, go ahead and shotgun you with this AWP. At least he got kills with the AWP, or one kill.
It's true, but
All that time.
I don't know. I'm kind of shocked. I'm kind of shocked at the difference in sort of the, let's say, the well-functioning version of NaVi and this one that just bought what, the first 5 or 6 rounds, just forced into every round. That's very confusing.
Is that just playing into Dust 2, though? I mean, Dust 2 does have that element of chance for the CT side, unlike other maps where it can just work against you on CT side. Things don't align, and you're taking risks, and they just don't line up, and maybe NaVi are just kind of hoping that 6 rounds in a row, it's going to break at some point, right? It's going to break our way. Well, now they're going to try and force it. They got the run and gun. Tech 9, Kevlar, handful of nades onto this B side, and then BK. He's about to be the life of the party here.
These are getting shot at the back. I don't think they even realized how quick that was. Perfecto and Boomage both getting a kill on that. Yeah, safe. There's really no reason to do anything else. I think they thought... I would need to rewatch that. I think they thought there was way more coming from middle, and so you see they were flashing into middle.
Yeah.
They just assumed that that's where, you know, most of the action was going to be.
Did they forget that the doors have changed sides? Did Issa think that they couldn't see him from upper dark? No, I'm sure not. But I mean, the way that Issa was just standing there in the middle of the doors, there's no way for NBK to stop them from shooting you in the back, dude.
Yeah, well, either he was thinking that NBK was swinging on the plateau to cover the way in a B, or he was thinking they wouldn't even come through that quickly. So like, you know, one or the other. But that was a nice rush. I'm just not even sure that makes me that much more excited because I mean that's something that's not necessarily that easy to repeat. I mean, sometimes I don't want to call it luck, but you can get a round in like this, but it's not one you can just keep calling again and again. A sigh of relief on Flamey there. I think he started to feel it as well, and he's only got the 1 kill as well. So yeah, 2-7. The 10th round is coming up, and an orphan back in the hands of Simple. Same setup, 4 out towards A, and a single person in the B-bomb site. Kind of a rough deal if you're playing that one alone. This time it's NBK, I believe.
Oh, big spray through. Tremendous amounts of damage. Well, they're going to find the one. He's going to get traded by Flamey, though. Decides to go for a repeak, and that costs him. So we're back into a 4-on-4. Long control for NaVi. They can post up in the pit if they want to. They're thinking about it. Shot there from Mantu, just trying to catch him on the edge of the smoke. Catches Perfecto, but now Simple's got the angle on him.
Yeah, but he can probably stay here for a long time. They don't have a Molotov. He does not really have to move. He's got teammates right behind him that can make sure no one can walk close. I mean, it's a minute on the clock, but you could become a time sink, and eventually, I don't know. That did not look like Simple's visible at all. I know there was like a 1 second delay, but still, between switching cameras, it looked really weird. Yeah, well, Electronic able to get that kill on Issa. Now OG moving around a fair bit. It's a 2-on-3. NaVi somehow finding themselves at a little bit of an advantage here. The bomb is up at the A bomb side as well. Alexi B, Molotov away from that position, and no more grenades really on either side. So this should be a very, very difficult retake, especially as they're getting flanked from behind. Even on 8 health, Electronic could win this round with a single kill.
And there it is. Lexi B's still going to be able to take down Simple, though. Flamey alive at long. Bomb planted for him, and there's the peek. Gets that jiggle. Face the reaction, and there's the shot. No! Runs bullets. He doesn't have enough bullets in the mag. Unbelievable. Second time around, he's going to get it. And, well, Electronic is too far away. If he sticks this is big. Electronic going for the jump shot, not going to get it. The defuse. Alexi B with the triple, and he gets the job done.
That is so absurd. Running out of bullets, okay, fine. He picked up the AK. He didn't really realize. But the fact that he even gets the chance to go for that kind of a fight again, the fact that he's out that open with the AWP, and then, you know, not hitting the shot twice in a row, this is a very strange NaVi that we're seeing right now. Like, it's very hard to explain how this is working out. Isa somehow living in spite of peeking straight into that AWP. I'm calling shenanigans, Semler. We're in the twilight zone.
Into like 3 people.
Yeah.
Oh, gets that headshot. Molly's got him caught, though, and he's toasted. Electronic will take down Velda. That was a perfect Molotov. Velda just did not realize. And now Alexi B, does he win this fight versus Flamey? Flamey just going to be chilling out right now, holding for the push, hoping that somebody's going to get greedy. That'll be the standoff for a good long while there. And in the meantime, NaVi have elected to just slow things down. No need to rush. It's on OG now to cover more ground with fewer bodies.
Holding on to some of the grenades, though, OG, probably a good idea for any kind of an after-plant. Mantu is at that corner, so he could get a shot and fall right back down again. And yeah, there's going to be no one jumping for him. He does get tagged, so he's down to 16, but whatever, he got the kill. That's probably just fine. 45 seconds, and a nice shot there. Lexi losing a bit of patience, so that battle was going on for, what, like 20 seconds at least, and finally works out for Flamey. So 3-on-3 with potential bomb plant coming in fairly soon. Single smoke on Easer. I'm just mentioning because there's a Molotov on Simple, so you always want to try and keep an eye on that here. Bomb is down, and there's this. Oh, what? They picked up another smoke, so Easer still has his. That's interesting.
But now Perfecto is going to be hiding. Perfecto is going to be the hero here. There's no way that NBK realizes there's a dude. That would have been hysterical if he just happens to throw that HE in there. They realize. NBK realizes that Perfecto's in the smoke.
Yeah, I think it was Easer even started the wallbang off, or not the wallbang, but shooting through the smoke here. Simple, waiting for it. He's already used the Molotov, and there's plenty of time on that bomb. He's going to get the one, but he can't transfer it up. That would have been beautiful. And now, yeah, they're up in the site. No, waiting a little bit. That's dangerous. He gets one of them through and tapping away Flamey. Big double kill to finish the round. I mean, it's so hard to... I know he made that look so easy, but it's surprising how often you just cannot find those shots coming through. So that is really well done. I don't think NaVi should have won this round. I still think it's a very, very strange version of this team that we're seeing. So they are really struggling at the moment.
It's all over the place. Yeah, you can see the frustration from NBK as well. Just a little bit. I mean, he does usually stay pretty calm, cool, and collected, but that's definitely a winning situation for him, and they decided to stick the bomb instead. Electronic, that flash. Alexi B, unfortunately, that works against your teammate and ends up costing him. Electronic's still here. Yeah, there we go. That HE's got to finish him. Done.
Yeah, that actually landed right on him.
So let's see it. It's going to be the execute on B. Time's going to get interesting. 2 players alive, and it's NBK holding up close. 2 kills for NBK. Ooh, okay, just like that.
Yep, they just, I don't know if they were checking, where they got shut down, and then the following smoke meant that the people that weren't already pushing couldn't even help out, right? There's no recovering that. Good defense. Nicely done on MBK. And Simple now alone with a minute.
It's just another, you know, it's just another pug for Simple. Same as it ever was. And while he's going to be inching his way out here, I mean, it's a 1v2. But unfortunately for him, man, NBK's backing off just as Simple comes around the corner. Could not have gone better. So it's a 9th round on the board for OG on this CT side of Dust 2. 3 rounds for NaVi. And just to remind you all, this is a best of 3. OG won the first map, 16-14 on Mirage. And so OG right now are setting themselves up magnificently.
Yeah, they are. And I mean, I think much of what I was sort of trying to highlight as my reason, shot against the Scout, that's really well done. So sort of my reason for saying why I thought NaVi could really do this is because they were keeping up so well in frags on Mirage, but they're not here. I mean, they're just lacking.
They've dropped off a cliff. And I mean, again, Simple still top. No, he's not even top fragging. Electronics top fragging right now. So it's just been an uphill struggle for NaVi. Again, Issa is just, he just gets aggressive in these anti-ecos, man. He likes to get in there and try and find kills. NBK, though, just going to farm 2 kills for him. And that's double digits on the CT side. 10 rounds for OG on Dust 2. Just looking fantastic. And well, we will get that AWP for Simple once again. And now, I mean, NaVi need to hit some shots.
Yeah, I can't really even explain, but it really feels like in the break between map 1 and 2, they just completely went mentally missing.
It was after the Boomich drop here.
Yeah.
No, it was Issa who had a team speak issue. That's what happened on Dust 2, the long break.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because I was going to say that NaVi seemed to deal better with these long breaks because OG kind of struggled in that round, but then OG clutched it, and they've just kept rolling with it.
Yeah, kept going for it. I mean, MBK, Mantu, and LXCB each have only died, 5 times each, and that's in 13 rounds. So
yeah.
you've got 3 players that just, keep staying alive. I mean, that's again a reflection of the idea that NaVi. Oh wow, that's a lot of damage from the Molotov.
The HE, double HE, and not on Boomich.
Yeah,
but still, it's Electronic getting dusted.
It's I mean, and which is perfectly fine. I mean, now they got 2 players that are going to be in a little bit of trouble. Important, very important kill for Simple to take down LXCB. NaVi absolutely need the last 2 rounds here. Again, remember they won the pistol round, right? So I mean, it is really a disaster.
Yeah, but what do they think? Because if Alexi is there, it looks like NaVi want to pinch. But that's the thing. They're going to hit this A site. Perhaps they get that it's going to be weak, but this is a full defense that they're running into. Issa gets a double before getting taken out. Velda's still alive. NaVi have to know that Velda is here. Yep. Going to take Boomich. It's a 2-on-2 retake scenario, and NBK has so far done really well for OG on these retakes.
He definitely has a bit of a flashbang to set it up. They've got 1 more on Simple, so he could do it again. I think Perfecto's just jiggle peeking to get that info, calling in the flashbang, and then he's going to go for it right afterwards, and that's a perfect setup. Very smartly done. That's the kind of focus that you really expect as sort of a base level out of a team like NaVi, and it's good to at least see that. NBK in a 1 versus 2 now, and time is really swiftly running out, and the bomb is planted in a great position with both players here. So Simple will get the kill, a triple on him, and they're going to keep that AWP. 4th round on the board. They must have the 5th as well, and at least there's not that much money in OG, so like a slight little blessing here for NaVi.
There you go. Got the fans.
There's a lot happening in that frame.
It's too much to absorb quickly. You're looking and then you feel like you haven't even seen half of it. But they're there. Oh!
All right.
Oh, that was way too close. And BK is counting his lucky stars there.
But then the problem is you have to find some relevancy with 8 health, right? So like, what do I do? How can I have just 1 positive impact on my team in this round? Not always that easy. Similar kind of smoke. I really like that smoke because it can be just used in so many different ways. So it's when you see that coming on the CT side, it's kind of hard to call what is happening, Like, are they setting up to look over it? Are they jumping down to CT spawn? Are they just running out behind it like this? Really, really hard to guess at. But this is a good call. And as long as they can keep flaming down at long in those double doors, he's going to be in a very, very good position. And they know it. They would love to go look for him, but that's also risky. I think this is a great round for NaVi. Maybe they could get that 5th round. Would go a long way for them.
Ooh, and there it is. Oh, they line up, though. NBK and Issa getting caught by Perfecto. Man advantage now for NaVi, holding this bomb site. It is an uphill struggle now for OG coming in here. Boomich going to take down LXCB. The remaining 2 for OG are at long and Simple. He's going to turn that into a turkey shoot. Both kills. 10-5, the final score at the end of the first half here. OG locking it down on the CT side of Dust 2, but now we got to see, after the break, what are they capable of on the T side?
In my own mind,
be sure to take notes.
How,
Don't want to forget any of them.
How hard I want to go. We'll see.
It's that thing, right, where it's like you're like, oh, I should note that down, and then you don't, and then you forget, and then you do it again.
But I've been through this. I've been to the circus many times with NaVi. It's the same every time. It's sort of the same feeling. Like, come on, guys.
Right. what was that? Aggression from Boomich in mid. Okay, there's the pop flash leading it in as well. Perfecto there to support it. Man advantage now for NaVi. This is big. Again, NaVi on these pistol rounds have been super solid. OG struggling right now to find a way in.
And it almost looked like Isa was about to find a kill with that P250, but I think he got distracted from what was happening in middle, so a bit unfortunate. But he does have that setup, which is exactly what Simple was making work when they were on the T side. So still some chances here, I think. Let's see if he's gonna move forward from that position. And oh, the timing! He's waiting such a long time, and finally they show up, and that's just when he takes a step back himself.
Yeah, that's so painful.
Unfortunate.
That's Counter-Strike in a nutshell for you.
It is. Well, 50 seconds left, and Bomb is still in the middle waiting. OG just, they're thinking, just give us that one mistake, Navi, that's all we need.
Oh, CT smoke going down, and this is going to be it. Jumping on out, Mantu with the double! Still 2 players alive for NaVi on the B side. Simple through the smoke is going to dart in and take Mantu down. This is just still shaping up. All NaVi in the pistol, despite Mantu's best efforts. It is still NaVi picking up the pistol. So, NaVi pick up pistols. Now do OG bounce back. No bomb plant puts them in an awkward spot.
Yeah, you're right. It does mean that they have some fewer options. A pause is being called for. I'm not sure why. I doubt it's a tactical one, so sure we'll figure it out. I think it's fine. I think that was a cool little idea. By the way, that did remind me something that we didn't really see out of NaVi when they were on the T side of those classic B splits. And what's really confusing about that really is that you always kind of want to do that, I think, a couple of times to test if it works. Like even if what you find out is that it doesn't and that the CT side is super well prepared. Some teams have really great protocols for dealing with B splits, especially because they were so popular at one point in time that everyone had to learn how to deal with them.
Yeah.
But if you don't test it, then, and actually, you know, as we could tell, which NaVi didn't know, a lot of the time it was just a single player playing on the B bomb side. So if they would have tested it, it's entirely possible that would have been interesting and something they could have made work. So yeah, I'm just so confused. It really does feel like watching just a different team when you compare NaVi certainly from yesterday to today, but even from map 1 to map 2 here, I feel like it's just not really the same deal here. Can still bring it back and still chance, but they need to rediscover that fire that they had going on earlier on for sure.
I'm wondering where Isa is right now. Do you think he's over in Jordan, or do you think he's somewhere in Europe? He's pulling 60 ping.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I would guess he was with the rest of them, but maybe not.
I mean, the rest of them are kind of all over Europe in a sense. I mean, NBK, I think he's in Austria.
Yeah, you do make a good point. Probably wouldn't.
Well, does more than likely Denmark.
Yeah, probably in Jordan. 17th round. Here we go. We're back into the mix. Flamey gonna pick up a kill there with the AUG on Alexi B, and they don't have anything to work with here, so it should be a slaughter, and it looks like it will be. Mantu only chance here with the Glock, and up against Simple with the MP9. Regardless, just, you know, NaVi finding just any little thing right now, I think it all counts. I would say if you just happen to stumble into the stream right now and you look at the score and you say, oh, 10-7, that's pretty close, say, don't be fooled. That scoreline does not really, I think, represent the current level difference between these two teams. But we'll see. If OG could be as good as they were on the T side on this, on the CT side, on this T side, we'll see if they can figure it out.
Interesting. Goes for the Scout Kevlar instead of the Glass Cannon AWP. Mantu.
I respect it.
I was going to say I'm disappointed.
What if he makes it work, though? That would be cool.
If he makes it work, he makes it work. But, you know, Glass Cannon off, dude. That would have been the ballsy play. Flamey going to get full flash, though. Does he stay alive for this? Lexi B is charging him. Spots him on the site as well. Going for the pre-fire. Needs to find it. Not going to do it. Flamey's still alive. Electronic in on the retreat as well. And now it's NBK. Managing to bring it back. Takes 2 kills. Finds a 3rd as well. This could be Nathan Schmidt's round. And you're holding your breath waiting as Simple just plays it so patiently. Does not throw himself in. Him and Boomich still alive for NaVi, and Simple trying to create some space here for Boomich to work with.
Walking back into it. That is a little bit of a hiccup. His only job, really, I think, at that point in time is trying to cover that because his teammates will have had all the rest of it. So, slight mistake there. 2-on-2 all of a sudden. And Simple. Oh, he misses the chance. He needed to hit that, or there would have been, yeah, that would have happened every single time. So, Boomich, 1 versus 2, creeping in around it. He's going to get the kill, and now trying to see if he can pick up the AK and go to the war against Mantu, who's holding inside of the site. He's got so low health, and Mantu will take him down. It'll be OG to win the whole thing there. I just have so many questions.
I can't watch.
I don't understand why Perfecto ran through the window. I think maybe Simple threw a flashbang for him from middle, but that was a 3-on-3.
NaVi turned away from that flash. That was sick.
Yeah, it's a good job. But still, like, that's a 3-on-3, and you're saying the way that we can win this 3-on-3 is if you go alone before the rest of us even go up.
Yeah.
So even if that flashbang's really good, is it going to catch all 3? I don't know.
Oh, well, OG, they were looking to try and pile in here and hope to take advantage of this B site. It's a low buy for NaVi, not the strongest. Simple still has his op, but it's 3 FAMASes, and Boomich just had to bite the bullet, and he's only got a USP now. So taking a look now, what is going to be the play here? Still gathered up outside of the B site. 2 players ready and waiting. No AWP, though. Simple's on the other side of the map right now. So it's Flamey and Perfecto with FAMASes. They'll be the ones having to lock this down.
A lot of grenades. Using that open skybox. Perfecto, though. With the FAMAS, that's a lot of output, but he's not getting any help at the moment. Flamey finally getting out and trying to see if he can find that angle. Again, it's MBK with a big double, and also Mantu helping out, taking down Boomich. They're very low on health. They should not be winning this 2-on-2, and certainly not now that Simple will find that kill. Mantu, I mean, this would be a godlike 1 versus 2. You get to manage to pick it up. He's going to fake out the bomb and try and see if he can catch Simple. And if not for the smoke, maybe he would have. That's a very, very cool little move. He's still got 40 seconds. Let's see how long he could actually play this. Simple's going to come out. Oh, they're close as well. Spinning around. Yeah, that's... I mean, I don't know how we could have done that. Nice attempt from Mantu. But NaVi win the round. And I think right now that's all that matters for them. That's the only thing they have to think about.
It was a really nice try by Mantu, but you could hear Simple just saying in the background, you tried to play the pug on me. I was formed in the pug. Trying to make those plays. Well, of course he's 1 step ahead. And of course it's NBK to bring it right back here for OG in this round. Look at how frustrating. I mean, that is exceedingly frustrating that Perfecto manages to pick up 2 kills, boosted on the box like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't feel like it's an incorrect call for OG to go for B. Just moment's hesitation ends up costing them, and they are not able to secure that round. And that puts them in an awkward spot. No bomb plant means no money, means you could get a half by this round, or you're just going to have to eat the eco and let NaVi get 1 round closer to double digits.
Yeah, I think they're gonna wait it out for a little bit. That makes sense. Just I'm sure they're still feeling quite confident. OG. I think, you know, the thing like I mean, we saw what happened in NaVi when they kept forcing. Why repeat that experiment for OG? There's no point. Just get the right weaponry, trust in the plan that you have, and execute that plan. Play a bit of soccer in the meantime.
Yeah, it's good. Relieves the stress, gets the blood flowing a little bit. You know, it's important.
All that stuff.
Got to stretch those legs. Everybody. Let's see though. I mean, could just go kind of barrel in through the mid doors here. Hope you catch somebody off guard. It's Flamey holding close with an MP9, so kind of low. I mean, him, Boomich, Perfecto. Actually, 3 of them have MP9, so there's a high potential for money here to be made by NaVi in this round. Expecting the eco round. Simple forced off as well, so this opens it up. I like this. Very quick play. Right through mid. You'll get that smoke down, and now it's all about just cascading onto the B side. Get in there quick. Flamey already taking a bullet to the face. It's 2 MP9s that they have to worry about. That Molotov goes down, but it's not going to be fast enough. 1-for-1 trade. Perfecto going to hold the line, though. 2 kills for him, and Issa cannot find it either. It's all on Mantu now, and he will not get a kill. So 11-9. No bomb plant once again. But yeah. Mantu's got the money for the AWP.
You know bomb plant? Yeah, you're right with the money, and only the 1 kill on Flamey, so... It was funny, though. Flamey put out that Molotov, and he just had so much trust that no one would come through, and
yeah.
Someone did. He was like, well,
woe was me. Such is life.
That's how it works. 11-9 OG now down. The gap was pretty huge earlier, but now it's down to just 2 rounds between the teams here. NaVi starting to put this second half together a little bit better. I'm still not feeling that confident, but it can change if they can prove that they can build an economy, which they haven't really done yet. But if they can start to get some money on board, I'm going to feel a little bit better about it. Ooh, Flamey looked like he had a chance there, and Isa looked like he was looking the wrong way. Boomich almost caught at the corner in the middle of that long lane. He's going to be going down. Just a series of NaVi players essentially getting caught. I don't even understand.
Pummeled Anders.
Yeah, but pummeled in a way where they actually... I mean, I don't know if Boomich had the advantage, but just all the decision-making there is confusing. You're just like, well, why? If you're playing that close corner on long and you run into someone there, your plan cannot be to run back alone with an MP9.
Yeah.
That is not a... Go fight. Like, at that point, you're in.
Yeah, there really is no way to... You're not taking a long-range fight at that point.
And I don't understand how Flamey... I mean, he saw the shadow in the model, and Isa was sort of looking halfway the wrong way. So at the very least, he would have had... Maybe he doesn't win the fight, but it looked like he had more of a chance to be early on that one. And I guess going through the smoke, you never know if someone's holding that. That's fair play, but...
What's interesting here to note is that NaVi... I mean, this is critical that they managed to actually make it out with Simple's AWP and a rifle. Because the state of the money right now for NaVi is not fantastic. They should be able to squeak a buy off of this. It won't be pretty, but they could buy and really try and go toe-to-toe with OG in the next round. But at that point, if they lose it, it's going to get real nasty real fast for NaVi. OG, I mean, they're breathing down NaVi's necks right now. And so, see 4,300 on electronic. I mean, they could squeak it. Simple can drop an M4 for somebody.
Yeah, and I think as long as Simple has the AWP,
yeah,
you can make more of a case that making a buy makes sense.
There's the CT timeout. This makes sense here from NaVi. Take a break.
Think about it for a little bit.
Yeah, you got Blade waiting in the sidelines, just looking for an opportunity. I mean, he can speak at all times now because of how online CS is being played now. No way to stop that, so coaches get to talk at all times.
That's how it works.
I always forget, was it 2014 or 2015 when Valve decided that the coaches couldn't participate in that sense?
It's been a hot minute, hasn't it?
It has been a hot minute.
Simple and Mantu are actually tied for kills, both at 21. But I think what's interesting is, whereas before it was mostly Simple and none of his teammates were helping out, now they're all getting there. Like, you know, they're in terms of output for the kills here, NaVi are really not that far away from making this work. But, you know, they don't have an endless amount of runway either. The problem is, you know, 12 already for OG, so got to be careful. Ooh, nice shot on Mantu.
I was about to say, you know, Mantu, there's a lot of focus going into this series as like the 2 stars, I guess. Well, the AWPer, the AWP v AWP, and they're neck and neck right now. Simple just took the lead, 22 frags, but Mantu's up there with 21 frags for OG. So that could probably be a big reason why OG are in this, is that their firepower is stepping up to the plate and going toe-to-toe with NaVi. Just not this one. Mantu, unfortunately for him, he got bopped by Simple.
Yeah, a little bit of an exception. They must have known that that AWP was saved as well, so I don't know. We'll let it slide for now. Just don't do it again. Flamey is up close in the middle. And it's going to be slowly falling back, not really. I mean, that is a position that does get Molotov'd on a regular basis. Under a minute now, just under. And, you know, 2A, 2B, 1 middle. Super common setup for NaVi, and that's just fine. I've got no objections. I'm worried about the lack of smokes or grenades in general on the NaVi side here. So, I mean, you would love to have... That's the last smoke they had just put up right there. And it's a 40 seconds. You want to have some of those for the retakes as well, and they're not going to have that.
Well, that fresh smoke going down really threw a wrench of things, but they are going to power on through. No problem at all here. Still some HEs and some flashes to make the plays, and Electronic eats one of those flashes, gives OG a little bit of room to maneuver with. Electronic tries to make the play, but it's not going to happen. NBK and LXCB stepping up with the kills for OG, and it's a man advantage now. Yep. If you're NaVi right now...
Love of God. Don't do this.
Well, I mean, if they get a kill fast, there's a flash.
I think it's a huge mistake. Again, they have no smokes. They have nothing to cover this bomb with. How are they going to find all these people? Getting a kill on Easter is good, but again, they're hiding on the catwalk, and this position here from Valde is also huge. Boomich doing nice work, but I'm still having a hard... Oh, Simple sneaking in a kill. This is actually really cool. He's on the bomb already. Not that far, but they can't check for Valde. He's going to get the kill, and now he has to hide for another 3 seconds. He's going to line it up and gets the guy defusing. And I think that's it, even in spite of the triple kill. And Simple's going to go with the bomb as well. That is OG stealing the round. fair play to Na'Vi. They made that way more competitive in the retake than I thought possible. But again, the lack of grenades is so devastating.
See, we just needed a little bit of proof that no matter how powerful your caster curse is, Anders, no matter how hard you try to stack it against them,
Couldn't do it.
just couldn't do it.
Really try to put my thumb on the scale there.
Man. Well, you know, Na'Vi wanted to do everything they could to keep them off 13 rounds, but now OG, with this buy full, pretty much. Oh, man, this is so brutal. Na'Vi have only got 2 rounds of loss bonus. The next one's going to, I mean, it's just... Whew. I guess Simple goes for the deagle because he knows that Boom is just going to drop him a knob. Like that, teammates.
So and because he's good at hitting
simple.
shots.
Because he's simple and he can just, wreck your face.
Fine, cool.
Dude, what is he at now? He's at 25. It's actually, I mean, it's pretty ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Just how dominant Simple is.
And again, I'm not even sure this 13-9 score is really doing OG justice. I don't think Na'Vi are putting on a very good show at all here.
Outrageous stuff, though. Well, he eventually goes down. They have they brought the silver bullet. Mantu had one ready to go. And so it's 13-9 situation. Soon to be 14, barring some kind of miracle, considering it's just 2 USPs and a deagle for Na'Vi.
Is that silver bullet for just in case he was also a vampire?
Werewolf, vampire, you know, one of those. No, it's just I mean, Simple's a monster. That's kind of what I'm getting at. After that, you know, what flavor of monster, what's monster? It's up to you.
Whatever your favorite one is.
Is it Sparkles or is it Fur?
Man. 14.
Don't go there, Anders. It's all right.
I know. I'm
18-9.
I'm trying not to, to reveal too much about myself in this moment. So we'll leave it be. 24th round. This is I'm really trying to search my brain for things to say that would sort of go in favor of Na'Vi. Somewhere I'm like, that's the key. That's what I want. I can't keep saying Simple getting more kills. I just don't think, like, as fun as it is when that works out, I'm not going to consider that an actual strategy. You know, like, that's just the luxury of having Simple in your team. Can't be the only thing that you bring to this party, can it? Can't show up and have Simple as your wingman. Like, you've got to have some skills yourself, Sam. You know, gotta at least try and have a conversation. I don't know, buy a drink or something like that.
Right now, who's the kamikaze, right? Who's the Eric Manor, who's the kamikaze? It is Perfecto doing the best he can. Trading it 2-2. This still favors OG. The shot attempt. Simple makes it out in the nick of time. So close, but what a ballsy play. Just trying to do whatever he can here to stop OG. But now it's a retake onto the B side. Dust 2. And it's looking like Na'Vi want to try and make it happen. Smoke goes down to block off upper. That's going to actually work here. Velda's going to be cut off from the rest of his team. So this is effectively a 3v2.
Yeah, but Velda's smart. He's going to push through already. He's ready to try and help them out. He's already in the right position. Yeah, they're all going to get shot down here. Simple. Not even sure they're going to let him escape. 1 versus 2. He's still pushing, which is incredible considering the health that he had. NBK with a nice triple. And OG at 15 and at match point here. Yeah. This is such a...
Simple is currently raging his tits off. Oh, man, he is mad.
Yeah, I can't blame him. I'm mad. I'm not even playing the game, Sumler. I'm just... I'm just watching it.
That's 4 rounds in a row for OG. That's just... 26 frags for Simple. Runner-up is 14 frags on Boomich. And it's just been an uphill battle for Na'Vi. Simple trying to get zoned in here. It's not done yet.
No, but I mean...
Deagle, Kevlar, it's CS, dude.
Yeah, it's not that. I think... even if Na'Vi... Let's just say, even if they brought it back and they somehow got into overtime right here.
Okay.
I'm so concerned about the... Whatever mentality it is that leads to this version of Na'Vi. I feel like if we sat down and had the time and compared, yesterday for today, just watching Na'Vi playing, I feel like it would be glaringly obvious that they really are just 2 different teams from day 1 to 2. And it's fine that you can't obviously play the same game, like the same level every single day. But this kind of a difference is just really concerning.
It's got me a little worried considering how Nip caved for my second prediction of the day versus this kind of NaVi, because it was the same thing. Simple was just beasting on Train.
Yeah, but Nip was keeping them nicely, I thought. Like, they were, I mean, they did end up losing, but I don't think, like,
Yeah.
they stake, well, let's put it like this. Nip were never mentally out of it. Even if they were losing rounds, they just kept trying
They
things.
just got bodied.
Yeah, there was no point where you got a sense like, oh, well, now they don't have anything else to try, and they're just kind of like, they're just playing the default Counter-Strike, and it's not working. They really kept doing a bunch of cool stuff, so, whereas I'm not getting that feeling out of NaVi at all, that what we're witnessing is sort of a, really, emotionally, like a dynamic team that's sort of really trying, and here's another thing, and here's like this trick, and so on and so forth. I feel like it's somewhat stale at the moment.
No, they're caught. They're trying to grind it out, and so far it is proving to be very difficult. Smoke goes down on Catwalk, though. Only 30, waiting for it. 5 seconds left on the clock here for OG in this round. Nice spot. Boomich putting the pressure on, getting helped out by his mate as well. Simple trying to back off. Boomich going to hold the line. He's got his teammate there as well. The two of them trying to work together, but it's NBK takes point, removes Boomich from the board.
Fair play to NaVi, it's fine. They tried to flash their way into a fight. I have no objection to any of what just happened. They just didn't have the weaponry really to make that happen. But the idea is still good. You could maybe ask why haven't they been doing that more when they have had rifles. 9 seconds left, and the bomb is going to be going down. It's a 2-on-3, and Valda will pick up both the kills. 16-9 as OG take down NaVi on the second map as well as on the first one. So that's the victory for them. Really impressive. I think OG are just a fun, cool team to be watching at the moment. Definitely just want to be seeing more. And again,